Yo. How we doing this fine Tuesday evening, morning, depending on where you are, afternoon? How we doing? Oh, and I forgot to actually fix one thing. I always forget to do this. That, and then that, and then something like that. Ish. That's really bothering me. Good enough. How we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? I have Haikyu playing in the background. That's fine. How we doing? How we doing, people in the chat? You lovely people. Yo, you got a haircut? If you did, you looking fresh. If you didn't, you still looking fresh. Yeah, I did. Last week. We are chilling. Yeah, so to start the stream, I just wanted to ask you guys specifically about this video that I posted yesterday. I wanted to ask you lovely people what you guys thought about it. If you have seen it. If you haven't, then go check it out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then basically I went on a little bit of a rant about the game right now, and specifically, as you can see from the thumbnail, talking about the second SP Kenma. So just general thoughts in terms of the comments and stuff. Pretty much everybody agreed with me in terms of not being happy with the second SP Kenma. And also, like, that was like the first half of the video, I'd say. Yeah, roughly the first half, and then the second half I was talking about game modes in terms of it being a little bit repetitive. So I don't know. Overall, I mean, we got 41 likes, which is more than usual. And then, yeah, most of the comments are like, doesn't really make a ton of sense why they're doing it. I watched it. Overall, I think them dropping Kenma version 2 wasn't a great idea, and that there are many other characters that can be dropped instead of him. Exactly. The future of the game is getting scary. Releasing second SPs for character means they're lacking of inspiration, and the fact that they're not releasing things is a bit meh. Oh, new things. Yeah. I don't know. Didn't really like that. And it was kind of a thing where, like, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, that kind of sucks. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, no, this is like really does suck. So then over the weekend I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop a video like this, unedited, raw reaction, and it was perceived decently well. It's not at 24 hours yet, but you know, 648 is better than the team review, right? So that is that in terms of kind of what I wanted to discuss about. The team reviews are pretty much, you know, your standard team review video. This one was 30 minutes long as opposed to this one being only 16 minutes long. Again, I wasn't dying. Yo, we got Yovan in the chat. Is the main reason that they're re-releasing players, or just that it's a second SP since they did it with the others as SP? Well, there's not really a reason as to why they're doing it, in my opinion. Like, they're just doing it because I guess they thought nobody from Nekoma fit. I think it's just purely for money, if I'm being totally honest, but it is what it is. I'm praying for an SP Kenma. Sorry, praying for an SP Kageyama, and I'm happy with Lev getting an SP. Yeah, Lev getting an SP is fire, but like, why not just do it with Yaku? You know, it's literally right there. Hey, you don't have... Oh, I don't have Discord anymore because of personal problems. Can I tell you something about my team real quick and let me know what you think? Sure. I just don't know what they're gonna do with Kageyama and the Itachiyama duo in terms of SPs, because they already have SP characters or SP types. What the fuck? What am I saying? They have SP stats. Jesus. They have SP stats already, so I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with that. Singa says, do you guys know what UR will come out tomorrow? That will be Korai. Do you think I should get UR Korai? It's funny, so in my opinion, I think you probably should, but there is an SP one that comes out down the line, so you might want to wait for that instead. But the thing is, the reason why I say so is because what's it called? There should be a large enough gap between the Korai and the UR Korai and the SP one. So I think it would still be worth it in my opinion, but I can see why people probably wouldn't, if that makes sense. Noah says, I also got Akashi, nice little power setter, probably the best one in the game outside of Oikawa, I think. I'm planning on getting the Beach Trio as well. So with the Beach Trio, you get Bokuto's power type, Akashi's about power type, and Ione, who is a block type, and I think a quick. So not much diversity there, whereas Korai is block, power, and receive. So it might be worth it, depending on like if you want to be a power team and you just don't have the power type tag players to make up for that, then it might be worth it. But if you already have like a bunch of SSRs already that kind of, you know, make up for the power type team that you're looking to get, you could probably get away with skipping him. But I find him very useful because I don't really have to worry about making like I don't have to worry about changing my team too much when I have to get my specialty type correct to get the advantage on the matchup, because I already know like Korai is just gonna be there, other than quick attack, which is fine because I have Kageyama, I have Hinata and all that. So like, again, it just depends on your circumstance. But generally, if you saw like I think there was a team in the team review that was also asking the same thing, and I said that it was worth it. I don't know if it was the last video that I uploaded yesterday or 2 days ago. We need eggplants up the wazoo. Oh, I missed one. God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the UR cry for the SP. Prefer to go for the Komori and Sakuza UR. Yeah, I think that would probably make more sense. Is to get the UR UR Sakuza Komori rather than the Korai, and then maybe get the SP one down the line, because the SP one has the quick attack as well. It has every single type, so that's why the SP one is very enticing. Do we have any information on why they decided to give us 2 SP Kenmas before other main characters? No. They did it pure, I'm assuming purely for money, which they're allowed to do. But we're also allowed to disagree with it, you know? Let's see. I hate these question mark ones. Let's see. Let's go with you, because you have less points and are 1 level below. Okay. We take this one pretty easily. And last up, that one's a bait. I'm almost certain that one's a bait. Can I refresh? Oh yeah, I can refresh. Who's in this team? Yeah, he definitely has characters hiding. What about you? He has the SP. I doubt you have Komori with no Sakuza. You are dead. Hell no. I'm not going with you. Keep refreshing here. Are the Tanaka and Yamamoto leaks true? Apparently they are. I'm going for a block team and getting Hirugami too. Yeah. So a block team with the Beast Trio. Oh, I see. So you would need what? You have Hirugami, Aone, and then yeah, at that point it would be worth it to get the Korai, and then you need one more block type player, which could be anybody really. There's a lot of SP middle blockers out there, so yeah, I'd say definitely get the Korai so you don't have too many middle blockers in your team. Only positive point is our duo Tanaka and Yamamoto releasing. Yeah, finally. That was the one I was like, they have to do that. That makes too much sense for them not to do it. And if the leak is true, somebody in the comments for my video, and I got a lot of likes, said that they leaked it because people were pissed about the second SP Kenma. So they're like, hey, at least here's something that you guys do like. So I don't know where the leak came from. Philippe said maybe Suki. Yeah, Suki or Kuro, one of the two would do the trick. Let's go back to YouTube. Is there going to be any point of SPs if they dupe? I don't know, right? Like, it's so weird. Because the thing is, for me, it's the timing. They announced it right after Kenma left. Right? I think last week. Or maybe Kenma was still in, but Nishinoya was just coming out. Something like that. I'm like, that's so sketchy. Is that not? So nerdy anime lover says I have SP Hinata, Tanaka, Bokuto, Atsumu, Suna, Tsukishima, SP Noya. Wanted to get Osamu, probably not going to get. What do I do now? So your team is Quick Attack with Atsumu, Miya. Just trying to think off the top of my head. Because you have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you have 4 quicks. SP Noya. I would say replace that Tsukishima with the SP1. And then maybe replace Suna with Kuro. And then long term, maybe get a Kageyama rebanner. Yovan says, as long as the game doesn't shut down in 7 months so I can do my dream team, I'll be happy. Definitely not 7 months. I think we're going to still have banners coming out in 7 months. I'm not going to shut it down. They also are all level 70 besides Bokuto. He's level 80. I'm trying to level them up. That's fine. Who should I add to my bench? So far, I have Suga and Mad Dog. Off the bench, anybody with like a deployable bond with somebody in your starting lineup, then you can sub them in. With second Kenma, you mean a second version or just the second run of the banner? No, a second version. That's coming out with an SP Lev in the JP server. Deku's Nishinoya is at 24,000. Yo. Singa says that's crazy. Great vids recently. I literally I had it open. One sec. These. If you want the full details, I don't know if it's the full details, but if you want my opinion on it, I did make a video yesterday. Right here. I need to rant about Haikyu Fly High, and as you can see in the thumbnail, I have the image of the, I think the theme for that SP is like final exam, because as you can see here, Lev is kind of stressing. So we talked about the second SP Kenma that's coming out. We talked about Yamamoto Tanaka. We talked about new game modes and stuff. So trying to just, I don't know, I just wanted to give my opinion, really. I wanted to be a change of pace. This video is unedited. You can tell by the start and the ending, like I didn't edit it at all. Even if I stuttered or made a mistake, whatever, I kept it in because I just want to give you guys my raw kind of thoughts and opinions. And people seem to agree with me. So if you want the full details about that second SB Kenma, go check that video out on the channel. Crisp is in the chat. What's going on, Crisp? I feel like you've been not inactive because I know you got school going on, but I feel like you're going hard on your work there. So good to see ya. Good to see ya. I guess I'll take this one. This feels like a bait, but we'll see. Actually, what I can do is I'll do that, and then I'll do that. I'm pretty sure I'll still win the first one. Dang it! Dang it. Can I see his team? Ah. Wait, hold on. Can I match report? Oh, it doesn't show? Oh, it does. Wait. Oh, it doesn't? Man. I thought I had him. I thought I had him. So that's my 3 attempts for the day. I am at exactly ranking 500. Yeah, I lost 0, 0, 5, and 1, 5. That dude probably had like 200,000. Yeah, school been kicking my butt. Also, I've been playing a new gacha called Arc Knights Enfield. Ooh. Pressure makes diamonds trust. Maybe. Mayhaps. So I guess in terms of an account update, so I'm now level 60. I thought there was only 60 levels, but I guess there's more. I did some more Nishinoya summons. So now my pity's at 111. I'm at 124. I did pick up the SSR selection pack, and I did pull the Aaron from that, because now I'm working on getting Aaron because everybody's using him in club contests. So I'm at a point where I'm like, I might as well join in. So same thing for memory. As you can see, I went from like 40 something tickets down to 6 because I did the memory recruit here. I got one of his memories. I'm not going to max him out in terms of his memory, but his player himself, he's going to be at skill res at least 4. I don't think I'm going to get him to 5, but right now he's at skill res 2. Right here, so I'm going to try to get him to skill res 5. I already have like the potentials, at least the best ones that I have set up for him. I have to work on that. So yeah, you could say I'm joining the dark side in that regard. And then for Nishinoya, he is level 80 for his player and his memory. Currently working on his potentials. So the fact that Deku's at 24,000 and I already have 3 at level 12, I might have the wrong potentials on him, but it is what it is. It's all good. I wanted to prioritize reflex because he has a lot of reflex inducing stats, or skills I should say. So we're working on that at the moment, and I finally did my first match guess, which I lost, so that's fun. I was actually going to go with Date Tech because if you look at the team for Karasuno, it's like kind of mid. And I was going to go with Date Tech because they had the block specialty, so they had the advantage there, but I was like, let me lean Karasuno, and I got it wrong, so that's fun. We need a special trial vid. Trust me, go to m.hq. That's where you want to go, but not for me. Do I put Suki on the bench for Karasuno bond? I don't think the school bond applies when you sub somebody in. I think it's just deployable bonds. It seems like if you have skill res 4 Aaron, you are set for club contest. Yep, that's exactly that. Club contest, and I think specialty trial too, he helps a lot with. So that's why I'm like slowly building him, like free to play building him. 80 level, 80 memory, and maxed out potential. So we'll see, Deku. I think mine will probably be at like 23,000 if I had to choose, or I had to assume. Do you think they'll ever add Hyakuzawa? Kind of need more characters in the game, to be honest. I don't know. I think the next character they'll add in terms of a new character is gonna be what's his name? Kiryu from the Fukurodani thing that's coming up soon. So, well, I say soon. I think it's next year. But yeah, so there is gonna be a Fukurodani and whatever that school is called, Kiryu school. that will have their own specials. So at that point, they probably will, because he'll have a voice actor and stuff like that. That is my assumption. Alrighty, let's gift some stuff away. I actually did pretty decent in club contest this week. I think I got like 3 million, which might be my highest score, or it might be like 3.2 million. That was my highest, and I got 3 million this time, which I haven't gotten in a while. So I think it had something to do with like the match specialty bonus thing. Also, my diamonds are lower than it should be. I think I was at like 15,000, but then I used some of it. I think I used around 5,000 getting the SP 120 pulls to get that Aaron, and then I used some on the memory to get his memory as well. So again, because they're not releasing an SP Aaron, so why should I wait for that? Because Aaron is actually one of my like favorite characters from the show, or at the very least, like, I respect him the most, and I feel like he's so underrated. So we're doing that. Fabrizio says, "How you doing today?" I'm doing all right. I was feeling a little bit under the weather earlier, but it's going away slowly. The funny thing is, too, last night's team review, so it went up at 3 a.m. for me. It should have been up at, like, maybe midnight. But I was watching the Burnt Peanut last night. That was the first stream I actually, like, tuned into, because I went on Twitch, and I was like, let me just see if he's on, because he usually ends around 12 o'clock my time, and so I think it was like 10:30. And this dude is different, and I'm like, I could never do what he is doing, because he's just so like hyper, and that's just not who I am. But I always think, like, I always compare myself to other like content creators, and like, how can I get to that point? But then I also think to myself, I'm like, but then I'm not really being myself, because I can be like hyper at times, but I can't have that motor, that engine, and go for like 6 hours like he does. Plus, on top of that, like, the wittiness he has, like, I can't snap back at people that quickly. I have somebody who, one of my friends at work, he's like super introverted, he's super witty, he's like super funny, and I tell him all the time, I'm like, dude, you need to start streaming, because he plays games all the time. So I'm like, you might as well stream. And even though you're introverted or whatever, you don't even need to have like a camera. Look at that Kingsman guy, right? Like, all it took was one thing for him to blow up. And yeah, so I told him, like, you should definitely do that, because he is like unhinged. It is so funny. And the thing is, though, like, he would need to dial it down a little bit, because he would get canceled. But you know, I mean, the Burnt Peanut says a bunch of stuff that's like borderline okay. Starting setter for Innerzaki's Atsumu. Aaron, I don't remember anything from him from the anime except being a top 5 spiker. Yeah, so that's the thing, though. It's like being a top 5 wing spiker actually means something, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, the fact that in game he was done dirty, even in the manga / anime, like, he should have been a little bit more, I guess, prevalent might be the right word. So that's, I can see why people might not be like not attracted, that's a weird word to say, not like enticed by him, I guess you could say. Is Aaron even relevant in the manga? To me, he's like the same thing as Sakuza. It's just that Sakuza shows up more. That's it. In terms of their characters, they're not too dissimilar. It's just that Sakuza is like a little bit, like, he has a little bit more of a personality, I guess you could say. But because of his talent being like a top 2 wing spiker, is that he's always there. But in terms of his character, like, they're the same, in my opinion. Well, he's not like my favorite character. That's Oikawa and Bokuto, but like, he's my, like, I guess, unsung hero, somebody who's deserves better. Yovan says you also need to remember you cover Haikyu, Fly High, and not trending games like Arc Raiders, so this community is a lot different from others. Yeah, exactly. How should I use Aaron? Should I just try to get more copies of him to make him more useful? He just runs out of stamina so fast. His serves are some of the coolest though. Yeah, they even have his serve animation in the game, which is pretty fire in my opinion. But yes, as a free-to-play player, I wouldn't say it's easy to get dupes of him, but because he is an SSR, like you can just put him in the select recruit, and we get a decent amount of free SSR tickets just by playing the game. So you can just continue to pull him from this banner. Like my thing's at 41. I don't think I've spent a diamond, and I've gotten, who have I gotten from this? I've gotten Yaku, I've gotten Semi, I think, and I've gotten Washio ever since this select recruit specifically has come out. Well, I'm getting Washio right now. So once I get Washio, then I'll just keep switching him, because I think there's no, sorry, not, I didn't get Semi before, I got somebody else, but I have to get these three characters, then I've gotten all SSRs, and then after that I'm just going to do strictly Aaron pulls to get him to skill res 4. And yeah, same thing with UR pulls, like, I don't know, it depends. My pity's at 60 now. I've just been pulling, and if I get a character, cool. If I don't, I don't. And then yeah, for the memory one, you can save it for your SP pulls because they're the shared memory tickets, but I decided to spend on the Aaron memory because it works really well for him. I just show it really quick. So it increases power attack stat, and then whenever the equipment recovers 6 stamina, increase power by 3.2%. So his skill res 4 recovers 8 stamina, so this happens immediately. And then if it's more than 10, so you combine that, I think, with Yamamoto or somebody, then you get more attack technique, and you just pretty much spam that for the, what's it called, club contest. Alright, so let me get back into the swing of things. So let's go to a practice matches. I was about to say extreme training, we're not doing that. And let's go to Nekama. Let's go all the way to the end. Max this out. So there is that. We got a bunch of gold ones. So let's do that real quick. Let's go to our Nishinoya. Let's just check anything new that I might use. Doesn't look like it. That's fine. So let's enhance you. Get that to level 12. So we got a block and save. Would have liked defense technique instead. I think there was, which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah, it was this potential where I got obviously the main stat up to 300, but I got spirit, power, and save. I think. I don't think I got a single receive percentage boost. Or was it down here? It was somewhere here where I just didn't get receive, or sorry, no, it was here. I didn't get a single reflex boost. That's what it was. Shout out to Pim for the sub on YouTube. Yeah, so this one I got 300 receive. I got a set boost. I got a save and set boost again, but I didn't get any reflex. I'm like, dude, come on, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing? So this one we're hoping for more reflex and stuff like that. And we got save. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So now my Nishinoya is at 22.5. So we'll keep on working on that. I got Osamu Miya's memory twice now. I'm unsure if I should save the second one for another character in future. Can I check that? He's still out. I can check that. I believe it's not that good. What the hell am I doing? I believe it's not that good for other opposite hitters. Let me check. Equipper's quick attack stat by 12% if the equipper's attack technique is greater than 40. No, what I would do is I would just ascend the one you currently have. So if you currently have a level 80 memory on your Osamu Miya or whatever, I would just ascend it, because the only way to give the only way to get exclusive effects is you have to give it to an opposite hitter, and Osamu's the only quick attack opposite hitter in the game. And even if you do give it to somebody who isn't a quick attacker, like, it's 24% of their quick attack stats. It's not even going to be power attack, right? So I would just ascend, in my opinion, for that. Who is better at skill res 2, Komori or Sakuza? I believe it's Sakuza, but let me double check. And receive when he's on the court and receive the next has 5 more stacks. Each stack increases the power of allied non-ultimate receives. 5 or more stacks. The cooldown of Phantom set. I believe it's Sakuza. Let me double check. At the start of the match, he gets 5 stacks of perfectionism, increases receive by 6, and spike power by 6, up to 20 stacks. When he serves, decrease opponent. Yeah. For every stack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would go with Sakuza at skill res 2. And then I think at skill res 4, it's Komori. I believe. Yeah. So if you're going to go all the way to skill res 4 for a character, out of the 2, it would be Komori. If you're going for just skill res 2, I would say Sakuza. Somebody asked earlier that what are we going to do with the team reviews once I'm done? So once I'm all caught up, I'm just simply going to reopen it. I'm just going to simply reopen it. So right now you can't post a new team, but what you can do is you can go into other people's or even your own thread and still like type in it. So that hasn't changed. But in terms of what the future of the series is, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to reopen it so that people can essentially put in their teams with SP characters. The only reason why I had to do that is because it got to the point where basically per week I was only doing 1 team review video. And what that did basically was that I would select 10 to 15 teams, make a half-an-hour video, 25-minute video, and then that video would get 1,000 views, and then there would be another like 60 teams submitted. maybe not 60, but you know what I mean. There'd be like another 30 to 40, which is double of what I just did, and then that would just stack for weeks. And it got to the point where I think the highest amount I was behind was like 150 or something like that. Like it was crazy. So it got to the point where I had to start doing more videos per week. But then by doing more videos per week, then I got more submissions. So then at some point I had to close it, or at least pause it, until I caught up. And so right now, I think actually after today's stream, and I think one more video, I'll be caught up. I think. So maybe in like 2 weeks time, I'll reopen it. Right after, oh no, because this Wednesday is not Sugawara, that's next Wednesday. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna reopen it in 2 weeks time, so the first week of I guess the second week of Sugawara being out, first full week, whatever you want to call it. I think that's gonna be the plan. Mafera says there's gonna be like 100 submissions on the first day. Hopefully not, hopefully not. I mean, we have 900 plus people in the Discord. We're almost at 1,000, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. We did get some more potential stuff, so let's go here. Let's enhance. Got another save. Save's not bad. Would prefer receive. Okay, so let's go. Actually, let's do these 4 pulls. So I'm actually planning on doing something kind of crazy for the Sugawara release. We got the long head man again. I'm planning on doing something new for the Sugawara stream. It would require me to be at pity 100. So hopefully hopefully I don't pull him. Hopefully my pity doesn't reset in the next like 7. But I need to get my pity down to 100, and then I can set up what I want to set up for that Sugawara stream. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be something new, never before seen, because of course I want to continue to elevate the channel, I guess you could say, in different ways. Provide you guys with different content and stuff like that. You told me to get Yor Kageyama and Kuro with Tsukishima SP version. They are all at the same time, all in March. Ew. I did not know that. Well, at least the UR Kageyama, you can like you can reduce the pity for now. Like hopefully you don't pull anybody. Like for example, my pity's at 60 and I've been pulling since the UR reruns have been happening, just with tickets that they give me. So maybe you can do that and it'll at least help you. The Kuro and Suki, at the very least, if you could get one of them, it might be pretty good. Esteban says, I have Atsumu, Suna, Osamu, Hinata, Suki, and Nishinoya. Should I pull for SB Nishinoya? Yeah. I don't see why not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're missing one character there. I'm assuming it's a Kita or something. Appreciate the help. Good evening, Iceborne. Good evening. Does Pity cross over to the next? Yes. Sugawara SR2 is good. Apparently he's good. Kunimi definitely, like, if you're gonna pull Kunimi, I think it's almost imperative to get him to skill res 2 because he has an ability where he recovers stamina for your team while he's on the bench. Now the thing is, you'll have an SP character that's skill res 2 on the bench, so it's a little bit contradictory because he'll probably be your best player at that point. So I don't know how that's gonna work for some people. I'm probably just gonna pull one copy of every SP at this point, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for the advice for my team in the new video. I was Isle or ill. I don't know how to say that, but let's go. Let's go. Kizanu said, saw your team review today, fire as always, but I believe you skipped me because I submitted mine at the 2912 and it showed 3012 peeps. Oh, is that the case? Let's let me check that real quick. So you said 2912. When is that? Is your Discord name? Oh, it is. I missed it. Okay, well, I have it selected. What about this one? Oh, no, I didn't miss it. Sorry. So basically, what I do for the YouTube videos, Kazanu, is that I choose teams like selectively so that I can make a title and thumbnail, right? Because obviously there needs to be kind of a theme with the videos. And then for the streams, I go in chronological order. So your team is actually the second team today. Because we're still at the 29th of December. But because I was picking and choosing, yours got skipped. But it's not completely skipped. Like, we're going to get to it in today's stream once I start doing that. I was like, what? Did I just spoil myself? I guess. You would have been surprised. I guess. But it's not the end of the world. Did I do everything easily? All the easy stuff, I believe. So now it's time to get into the simulator aspect. Fun days. Alright, so I'm now ranked 288, so I was actually 150 yesterday. Now the problem is I don't think I'm going to get any higher than 150. I went 5 for 5 yesterday, which is a rarity. Let's see this team. I can't go receive. I would have to go block here, and my block team's not the greatest. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. So again, this is my best team right now. But my block team looks like this. It's 165,000. And then once the game starts, we will make our subs for the back row setter. Is everybody good? So we'll get this thing started. I guess for the people in the chat, how many people do we have here? We got 26 on YouTube, we got 10 on Twitch, we got 36 people. So I guess something that we can talk about is the future of the channel. Not that anything is really gonna go away, but I did want to ask people, you fine lovely people, is there any other like games or style of content that's, you know, you might want to see from me? Or is there something that I'm currently doing that is maybe not your cup of tea? Because I do want to listen to my community. ZN says, what do you think about the teammates from the All Japan training camp bond? It's the main problem I have with that bond is Atsumu. He doesn't really fit. There was actually another first time chatter. I hope they're still here. It was AKS_015. I started 1 month ago, and how are people building up so many gems? You just have to get to the point where you can't really... You just have to get to the point where you kind of hit a wall, and you keep grinding the content at that moment in time. And then you also have to skip a lot of banners to have the resources to pull people down the line. Let's see. What other games do you play? So on the channel, I play Pokemon on Thursdays, which is really fun. I'm actually really enjoying that. And then tomorrow we're going to be playing Football Manager. So again, soccer is my favorite sport. I'm a big sports guy. So I'm playing Football Manager at the moment. So every other Wednesday when there's not Haikyu, like new stuff, I'm going to be playing Football Manager on those days. And then I think that's it on the channel. I was playing FC earlier in the... Let's see. Earlier in the... I guess content creation for this channel, you could say. But then those videos just took so much time to make, and then they weren't getting the views, and I'd rather put more time into the Haikyu stuff. So that's why I stopped doing that. 1, 2 is girl. Yeah. So yeah, when I was doing the FC stuff, it was just taking too much of my time, even though I was enjoying it in the beginning. Then the game started changing. Like the EA kept like making updates to the game, and it was just getting really annoying to play. Like I was playing as Everton, who, let's just call them Jozenji, and I was going up against, you know, Manchester City and Liverpool. Call it Inarizaki, call it Shiratorizawa, and I was like smoking them. Right? So that didn't make sense to me. So then it got to a point where even like on the hardest difficulty, like I was smoking these guys. So I was like, well, this isn't fun anymore. So then I stopped. When you subbed out during the match, is the synergy still there? So the team specialty type is still there. But if there's a deployable bond, it's gone if I took him out. I think that's it. So deployable bond gets taken out. School bond stays. No, sorry, not school bond. School bond and deployable bond come out, and team specialty stays, I believe. Iceborne says, what do you think of Arknight's Enfield? I don't know. I haven't. So I think Crisp is playing that right now. I haven't seen really anything about it. So that is, I don't know. Seems like it's decent, but I can't really speak too much on it. I haven't seen any gameplay or anything about it. So let's bring in. Leave it. Let's bring in Ushijima. See if I can get that last point. Shout out to Fleeb for the follow on Twitch. So again, if you're not subbed on YouTube or following on Twitch, please make sure to do so. And I lost again, god damn it. I don't know, I feel like there's some days where that substitution trick really works, and there's a lot of days where it also doesn't work. So I don't know, I just kind of do it for the vibes. Receive, so we need power. So that'd be you, that'd be you, and that'd be you. See on Twitch what's going on. Your content is super good. Maybe an archipelago with M dot. Archipelago. Really loves it and very funny. Courtney, what's going on? Courtney, what's up? And you should play and review story games like Until Dawn and Dispatch the Query. You know. Why do you just want me to get scared? What the heck, Courtney? We'll just leave the team in. Good question. Oh wait, no, I don't have a libero. Wait, I cannot do that. Sheet. Sheet. Kazami says, good question though. Your Haikyu content is fire. Maybe more features with other content people would be fire. Also loved your last Pokemon stream. Don't understand much from Pokemon, but it was entertaining. Yeah, the only thing is with the Pokemon streams is I need to make more clips and put them on TikTok so that people can see it more. Because on YouTube, there's like no way like I can just automatically put that. I'm 0-3 today. Jesus Christ. The Haikyu gods saw me yesterday. They're like, you got your 5-0. You hit your 150. You're going to be 300 today. Jesus Christ. I think that was because I messed up, though. I didn't put in my libero early, so we'll run that one back. In your team review vids, you go over teams that are pretty much the same. You could just skip them or go over them a bit faster. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. I think, again, the main thing for me is I want there to be a theme so that people don't think I'm clickbaiting, but I can see that that could be the case. The only issue is that I can't remember everybody's teams. So I just see what's in front of me. If I like see the same, like even, I don't know, because all the questions seem to be a little bit different in some regard. So I feel like I'm still entitled to answer them. And I still do want to try to get to everybody's teams. But if this becomes a case where I reopen the team reviews, I get like maybe first week I get 100 submissions. It might have to be a case where I do pay attention and I choose specific teams that aren't the same. I might have to do that, but we'll see. I said I was gonna gift 10 on payday, but my money is low-key down going from the damn dentist. Courtney, you don't need to worry about it. Everton should be getting relegated, never beating them. Exactly. Deku broke her tooth by eating a chip? What kind of chip was that? What the heck? How did I miss that? Play Five Nights at Freddy's? No. What? Me want you to get scared? I never. You're asking M. to do the same thing. I can't wait till I can play the new is that Resident Evil game next month. Can you give me a build for the twins? I can't, but if you go to M.HQ on YouTube, he has a Mia Twins build. Archipelago is like 2 or more people playing different games which are randomized. Different games which are randomized? Like I could play Mario Odyssey and you can play Pokemon. And if I pick up a Power Moon, you get like Pokeballs. What? That sounds crazy. I don't know how I'd be able to do that with a Switch game and a Pokemon game. It would have to be like modded or something. I don't know if I want to do that on the Switch too, because they might brick my console. You gotta try the volleyball game Spike. It's still volleyball. I don't know. I'm not like a volleyball like fan. I would say it's literally just Haikyu that I'm a fan of more so than volleyball. Yo, I heard my name. Oh, M.'s here. What's going on, M. What's going on? Maybe you could do, and maybe you could do Haikyu what ifs like Annie essay did. Oh, I can't do that. that's gonna be crazy. Courtney knows ball with the spike wick or the spike pick. I don't know. So I'm 1 for 4 today. That's fun. Can we get into the top 200? Can we do that? You have a power jack team. Why is nobody running quicks? There you go. There you go. Because then I can just do this and this. That is my best team. Yeah. So if you guys want like more specific player builds and like videos like that, go to M.'s channel. He is a lot better. He's a lot better at doing stuff like that. Outlast is pretty comedy, lighthearted game, and M. Dot really likes it too. Totally. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You could not use the not existing Switch emulators. I see. I see. We could very much not do that. Yeah, no, I do want to do collabs, so I was actually going to ask... I don't know if can I do it today? Am I doing anything later today? I don't think so. So I was going to actually ask M. Dot to do some TikTok and short content specifically. And get that going, because my TikTok is kind of dry at the moment. I'm just not... I don't know, I just don't have a lot of clippable stuff at the moment. So, like, other than pulling characters, I want to get something else going on there. So I was thinking, like, I could do for TikTok, M-Dot could do for YouTube Shorts. And if I'm not feeling lazy, then I can do it on YouTube Shorts as well. I went 1 and 4 today, god damn it. What the fuck? Branch out to other creators? Dude, the only problem is, like you just said, I'm looking at the, like, activity. I'm looking at the activity from the community because, again, I want to pay attention to other content creators and, you know, try and I guess take inspiration or, you know, something, right? And dude, like, Miklik hasn't uploaded a video in like a month, maybe even 2 months at this point. Like, since the SPs come out, I don't think he's uploaded anything. Hyken's doing his giveaways and stuff, which is like, not that he like doesn't, not that he has to, but like he's kind of inclined to because he does have that partnership. Like, I don't know what's happening with Mick. He's probably still doing his giveaways through the Discord or whatever, but I'm just like, all the big creators have essentially just like given up on this game. I'm just like, what? There's still like Omid, there's still Cycle and Red Panda, but they do more like review videos. You know what I mean? Like, this is happening in the JP Taiwan, so therefore you should prepare for this or whatever, which is fine. But in terms of what I'm trying to do, I don't know if that really works. I'm definitely not like afraid to hit them up. I just don't want to waste their time, if that makes sense. That's why I like M-Dot, because M-Dot's like, I'm fucking down for anything. Let's do it. Let's run the shit. I feel you, it's dry as fuck right now. Just found out we don't have school tomorrow or Thursday. We also didn't have school Monday and Tuesday. Bro, are you like... Are you homeschooled at this point? Like, what's going on? Did you get attacked? Did you get attacked by somebody? Snow day. You know what's funny? In all of Canada right now, it's covered in snow. But here in BC, we have yet to see a speckle of snow. Like right now, you can tell by my room, there's a little bit of like a yellowness. It's because the sun is kind of coming in and out. Yeah, Toronto was bad the other day. What's going on here? Courtney has gifted a sub, only one sub, to Tay Shaheen. So enjoy the free sub from Courtney. Now you get access to the exclusive emotes that we have going on there. I said only one because Courtney's like does 10 at a time. That's the only reason why. I'm not blaming her. My college was only closed Monday. Up for the rest. Oh, it was closed only on Monday. Damn. Here in Bulgaria, it snowed for 1 week and now it feels like it's the summer. That sounds like Vancouver. They never gave us shit. I used to walk in pure snow. But now they want to switch up. I don't know. I ain't like, if I was you, I wouldn't complain. You know what I had for my school? We had spring break, and then on top of that, actually I don't remember the order, but we had spring break, and then COVID happened, and we never went to school ever again. That was my high school experience. So at the time, I was like you, I was like, oh my god, I used to pray for times like this. And then when school, like, classes started up again, I was like, this shit fucking sucks. Only one sub Courtney. How could you? I think this mean Rolla has to stream Outlast. What are you guys doing? What are we doing? Yeah, so essentially, I guess a preview. If you guys, I'm sure a lot of you do have TikTok, but if you don't, I'll try my best to re-upload them to YouTube Shorts. But essentially, it's gonna be like a minute video, and basically, I guess the idea is it's gonna be like my face on the top, M Dot's on the bottom if he's okay with it, and then basically it's gonna be like, guess the Haikyu character, 60 seconds, ask yes or no questions, go. And then it's basically just gonna be like that until, you know, you get to you either guess it or you don't. And then I think I'll have a timer on the screen. I'm still trying to figure out the like editing portion of it. I don't want to over edit, but basically we're gonna, because it's only gonna be a minute long, we should be able to, in theory, record like maybe like 5 each per session, so we have 10 in total. And then like half of it will go to my channel, half of it will go to his. It's kind of the idea. Everything was cool, and then senior year I had COVID, so no prom. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. Did you have a date? I did, and we didn't go. Put 3 slime videos and 8 Subway Surfer gameplays on the side. No. I think the 60-second timer plus the character on the screen should be enough. We'll see though. You could do nerd towers with Haikyu characters. Oh yeah, there was that one was out as well. I don't know if it's called nerd towers, but there's like there is, yeah, basically it's like I have a category, MDOT has a category, and then you ask or you submit characters, and if they fit the category, they go in and stuff like that. So that's the idea. At least I went the year before. Oh my god, dude. So we had one, what year was it? So we graduated in 2020. So COVID would have happened in 2020, where like our school shut down. I think it started early 2020, or is it late 2019, something like that. But we had a snowball in December of 2019, and I didn't go with my date, which was stupid in retrospect, because I was just like, I don't know, I just didn't like dances. I was relatively new with this person, and so one sec here. Libero critical receives, I think. Hold on. But again, like I didn't want to go. I was new with this person. I was kind of feeling like, I didn't know how it would look publicly, and I basically pussied out. Let's just call it for what it is. I pussied the fuck out, and so I didn't go. But then I told her, I was like, okay, we'll go for like the year-end one. So at the very least, we'll still have that moment. And then that moment got taken away from us, so we never had that moment. Guess Who Haikyu edition, exactly. One of your videos, who can name more Haikyu teams characters? That's pretty much what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like, games revolved around Haikyu. I eventually, once that kind of builds up, I think I'll like go into other animes or other kind of things, but that's kind of where the direction is gonna be. I remember that day so clearly. It was March 13th on a Friday. Yep, for me when they announced 2 weeks off. That was the day I had LGPE for ban. Never ended up going. So unlucky. Damn. My bad. Amayo says, do you have snow where you live? In the country, but not here. That day my friend was going on about flirting with a Latina. Bro never shuts up. Hey man. Hey. Them Latinas don't come around every day. So you gotta flex it when you can. I'm missing 3 stars, which I don't think matters. Maybe it does. Let's see. Stage 25. 26. Oh, yeah, I don't think it matters, right? The star, because I already got 95. But I'll probably end up doing it anyways. We got mail. We got mail. So I think I've done. Oh, it's infinite challenge left. What time is it? It's 1:04. Let us. I'll do infinite challenge on my own time, maybe if I remember. But actually no, that's one of those game modes that doesn't have a what's it called? A temp thing on, so I can just leave that. So I think we're done for the Haikyu section of the stream. Let me just do my due diligence. So we did peak, we got crushed, we did triple clash, we went 2 for 3. Specialty trial I don't need to do. Match streak's gonna reset soon. Gym, did I do them all? I did do them all. Extreme training, we claimed. Practice match, we're done. Infinite challenge, of course. Match guess is gonna be at 10 for me. Leisurely vacation we just did. And we did club and free dem. Okay, cool. So let me just quickly do the store check. So club, this stuff did reset, so I probably, hold on. Do I want to prioritize that 4-star thing? Let's go to Aaron. That's not Aaron. That's the wrong black guy. All right, let's go and level him up as we do. So how much is it going to take to get him to level 80? 4.8 million XP. Million. So I should probably get that 4-star to reduce that a little bit, and then we'll work on the fragments. Match streak still hasn't reset. Challenge store, we got some fragments here, and then I'm gonna wait for the reset on that. Cheer squad, we don't have anything yet, and then this is still yet to be done. Leisurely vacation store. I guess we'll do XP. And then I guess I'll do this. And I guess, can I do all of these? I can. Almost all of them. Just missing 2 on that. So that Aaron is probably not going to get to level 80 or I guess 6 stars for a while, because I do want to prioritize the Nishinoya potentials. I think when Sugawara comes out, I'll probably start prioritizing the Aaron at that point. I have zero idea what I need to do here. I don't know. I already have you here. The ball always goes to my freaking Oikawa instead of Libero, so I can't crit? What the heck? You can do infinite challenge till the last day. I mean, it's alright until somebody else got... Someone trying to Riz up Gorlock the Destroyer, I guess? Oh my god. Holy shit. That's crazy. I can actually get your wallpaper for free. Because the wallpaper prize selection box. The one I got was Osamu. I guess, I don't know, we're still in winter, right? I haven't seen snow. I guess this is more fitting for you guys. But I think I do want to switch to the Osamu one at some point. Because I did pick that one up. That's the wrong button. Where is it? Wallpaper? Right here. Because this is just so nice. It's so calming. He's just chilling. He's eating. So I do want to switch to that one at some point. All right. Is there anything else? I'm trying to get on the leaderboard, so I'm gonna wake up early to get it done fast. Yeah, you just get on the leaderboard, screenshot, go to bed. I've not been paying attention to Twitch. Oh my goodness. It's okay, we can go together to prom, Yovan? I don't know about that. We got a school trip in the mountain taken down because of COVID. Damn. What is going on here? The the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing Kova is a whole damn thing. It was a lot. What's the plan for your Sugawara SR2 or only one copy? Only one. Alrighty, so let's get into the team views so you guys can see my wonderful background. Once again. Actually, get the music going back. And then let's turn that shit down. And I actually need to turn it down for myself. I can't hear myself. I can't hear. Courtney's got to eat. Eating's overrated. Eating's overrated, dude. Okay, 1 second. Let me just check the DC. So again, if you guys haven't joined the DC, it is in the description down below on YouTube. For the people on Twitch, it should be in my bio in the link tree. We are currently at 916 users. That is a lot of users. Let me check the Haikyu chat. Dude, Drop is just going crazy. He just be helping people. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Let me find. So Kizanu will be next. We're gonna start with Zippy the Gooner. You goon a lot? I would hope not. Alrighty. I haven't ate since the summer in 08. Bars. Alrighty, so we have Zippy here who says, I want to go for the Beach Trio, but I have some great quick type players. So do you think I should go for like Kenma and Tsukishima or just save up towards the Beach Trio? Well, sir, if you go for the Beach Trio, your team changes quite a bit because you would come out, and you would come out. So you could do it. And you could probably just make a second team at that point with the Mia twins, with Kuro. You have Kita here. So that's 1, 2, 3 quick attacks with 1 received. You could throw the Hinata in that team as well, or maybe you have another quick attack type player. You have a Kaji as well if you want to complete the Inurazaki team bond. So I would say yes. But he says, should I go for Kenma and Tsukishima? So Kenma's already gone. So I'd probably say, like, if you did skip the Kenma, that's probably ideal just because for the power team, you would have Akashi as your power setter. For the quick team, you would have Atsumu as your setter, and then you wouldn't really need to worry about getting the Kenma, even though he does have a bond with Hinata. It's not the end of the world. And so I would say Beach Trio, yes. Make a second team with the twins, Kita and Kuro. And SB Tsukishima could also go into that quick team. It could go into this team. If you want to replace Hinata at that point, you could do that as well. But yeah, that's what I would say. So in terms of a team rating, this is still, I think this is the best quick team in the game, these 4. Maybe Kageyama. And then you have these 2, obviously, and Kurai by himself. I'd probably give it like a 8.8. Maybe a 9 out of 10. But I do like seeing a 20,000 Kita. I almost said Aaron. 20,000 Kita is good to see. Wait, he's better than Atsumu? Oh no, we got 2,069. Nice. We got 20,008. Sorry. Cool beans. So I will add you and say most recent live, and then copy that. Alrighty. OMG, I forgot to get on my global account today. Sad rats. Damn, this team looks fire. It is a pretty fire team. I can't wait to submit my team with the other 46 people waiting. I'm so sorry, my thread is a total mess. Don't worry about it. Alright, so we have Kazanu next. Everybody say hi to Kazanu, who is in the chat. I just started the game after Christmas. Whoa, that is real recent. And this is my current team. Any tips on what to improve and any tips in general are appreciated. My current main goal is to go for one Hinata SP copy, so we will check out the updated team down below. You were the first person I found and watched on YouTube for Haikyu Fly High. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thanks for the great content and keep up the amazing work. And then this is the updated team. So let me just quickly do a thing. So old focus was this team, and then now you're going to go to this team, and then here. Okay, cool. Somebody in the chat just says I can't post my team on the channel. That's because it's locked, but in roughly 2 weeks time I will reopen it, so just hold on tight. It ain't gonna be 46, it's gonna be like 90. Oh, dude, imagine, that'd be worst case scenario. I'll reopen it and then there's like 100 immediately. Oh, that's gonna be so brutal. Okay, so let's look at the updated team at the moment. So you did pull one SP Hinata, and I think that was it. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of pulling characters, you have a quick attack type team with the SP Hinata and the SP Nishinoya with the Mia twins, and Kageyama as well. So yeah, other than the oh my god, you do have the SP. Yeah, he does have the SP Kenma. Damn. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you could go about this in the future, but it looks like right now you're gonna have to stick with being a quick attack team, unless you do want to go receive. You do have Daichi, so you have 1 2 3 in your lineup right now. You do have Daichi and you have the Kenma, so right now it's gonna pretty much either be quick or receive, and then depending on your SP pulls you could maybe go block. Because you have Tsukishima here, you have Suna here, there's Aone, there's the Tsukishima Kuro, so you could go block, but it looks like quick and receive are going to be your two main ones at the moment. All your power guys here, I mean, the Oikawa is not bad, but there's the UR one, there's the SSR Akashi that's better, there's the SP Akashi, which is going to come out soon. If you did have the UR Oikawa though, that would be an option because you have Kiyotani and Iwaizumi, but that is not an option. So again, quick and receive is going to be the name of the game here. I'm assuming your libero comes in for your back row setter. I don't know what the situation is there, but I would say have the libero come in for your back row setter. Everyone is at skill res 1, Nishino at skill res 2, and probably Kageyama soon at skill res 2 as well. I have a milk, but not sure if I want to use it yet. Yeah, with the milks you can use it whenever, so just take your time with that. But so yeah, assuming Nishinoya comes in for the setter, that's what I would do, because you have Hinata, you have Kita already. These guys are receive type players, they have receive type skills and good ratings for that, so it just makes the most sense to go with the back row setter. The twins here with Hinata and Kageyama is I wouldn't say it's like not ideal, because it still works. I think the perfect setup for the twins would be with like Hida and then other quick attack type players with Inurazaki team members. That's probably the best way to get the most out of them, but this is the second best way, I guess you could say, is with the Kageyama Hinata quick attack type team. So at least you have that. So I'd say your team building is pretty good for, you know, playing the game for a month at this point. Plus the members you have on the bench too. You have a really good squad that you can rotate players in and out of as well. I think with the rotation though, I would yeah, so I'd keep Hinata here. I'm okay with Atsumu being here. Just have the libero come in for the back row setter, and then I would believe Atsumu's receive is lower than Kageyama, so Atsumu would come out, which is ideal. You would probably want to have Kageyama on the court in general. Having Atsumu on the court on the first play is fine, because you can get the free quick or the minus tempo attack off before he gets subbed out. And then I think the only change I would make is just move your Tsukishima, because he's your main middle blocker in this team, or he's your main blocker in this team, is move him to this position so he's in the front row for longer in the game. because right now he gets out of 2 rotations. He gets into the back, and then Hinata becomes your main blocker at that point, which is not ideal. So I would just move Tsukishima over 1 slot here, and that's it for your current team. And then yeah, you could bring in the Kenma and the Daichi to become a receive type team, to get a matchup that you like in terms of the little diamond here. And yeah, so that is pretty much it in terms of your current team. Your future team though has 0 characters that you have in your current lineup, so I'm gonna assume you're not free to play, because these 4 come out together, these 2 rebanners come out essentially together, and then the Kunami is relatively soon, and it's before Oikawa, so I'm assuming you're not free to play. Let's see, Karasuno Bond 2. Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Karasuno Team Bond. Oh, that's just the backup. My main is above. Oh, this is your backup. Oh, sorry. I see. All right, so you got 1 of them, 2 of them. Let's go. So this team. So the reason why the SP Atsumu is more, I guess, desirable than the UR one is that this Atsumu works a lot better with more characters in the game. So not just quick attack type teams, not just Inurazaki team members. He works with more than just that. This Korai is like busted, literally every team type, and obviously SP stats. You already have Hinata, Nishinoya. Hinata has a bond with Kageyama. Nishinoya has a bond with Kageyama. You have the Karasuno team bond. It's basically just like a juiced up version of your current team, if I'm not mistaken. You just don't have the Korai. So Korai would be here. This is SP, and then these are SPs. Yeah, so you could just hold on to your team until you get these characters. This team is not... The only reason why I hesitate when I say this is because of your current account situation. Again, you have to get all of these characters, right? If you already were a power-based team and you already, you know, like you skipped out on like the Hinata, etc., and you already picked up Sakusa Komori, it would make more sense for me, but it's definitely not a bad option. Definitely not. But this team is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this team. You know what I mean? You could point to this Kageyama being only a UR, but he has 2 bonds in this team, so he will definitely work. Plus his stats are comparable. So I really like this team. And you get a team bond as well, which not a lot of people are going to go for down the line. They're going to focus on duo bonds more than team bonds, but you would have that. Kind of don't want to replace my Kageyama, then don't. Thought about getting Kuro as well, but not sure if I want to go for both. Yeah, the only situation that it makes sense is to replace Kageyama for the Kuro, but if you don't want to do that, then you don't have to. Shiwu says, what's your thoughts about the new SPs? Is the new trio festival Ushijima, Oikawa, Iwaizumi is a good gift for a power type team? Absolutely. I prefer the Beach trio just because I didn't pull their URs, like the UR Bokuto. I'm not using the SSR Kashi. I haven't used Ione in a while. And Bokuto is one of my favorite characters, but objectively, I would say just the Oikawa one is probably better in terms of just attacking. But it depends. Like I'll probably pull like 1 copy, but I don't think I'm gonna upgrade them. You know what I mean? I'll do it for the content. But I'll probably prioritize Beach Trio at that point. Kurosuke maybe. But they are very, very good. I'm still confused about the bonds though. Like I'm pretty sure Oikawa and Iwaizumi's with Ushijima, and then Tendo's with the twins. But Tendo and Ushijima look like they have this food stuff going on, so I don't know. Should I get the SP Bokuto even though I have UR Bokuto? Only... It depends on your team. If your team right now is built around the UR Bokuto with the SSR, Kashi, Fukurodani team members, I would say yes, get the SP one. But if he's kind of like just there with your Sakusa, Kurai, Ushijima, Oikawa, I don't know, whatever you have in your team, you might be okay with skipping him. SP Bokuto clears UR Bokuto no matter what, right? Yes. I think the SP Bokuto. Oh no, what it is the Akashi Bokuto bond will still be like, well, not bond. Akashi's skills will still benefit the SP Bokuto even if they don't have a direct bond, because Akashi's memory and his skills revolve around clearing debuffs and stuff like that. So then they just kind of naturally work. So you don't necessarily need to get both SP versions. Like if you have the UR Bokuto with the SP Akashi or the SP Bokuto with the UR or the SSR Akashi, you could do that as well. But it's just nice to have both of them the same rarity, you know? Philippe says, do you focus on your favorite characters or just the most OP ones? I don't know. If you're asking me personally, I'm just getting every character at this point. I'm just doing it for the content, but typically when I play, like, so when I first played the game, I started, because I got Ushijima so early, I was like, I'll just build around Ushijima because he's my best player. So I focused on making a Shiro Torizawa team. So I skipped out on the UR Bokuto, I skipped out on the twins. I think the twins are one of my favorite characters, or a pair of my favorite characters in the show, but I didn't pick up their URs. So I guess you could say the more OP teams, but the Shiro Torizawa stuff got pretty irrelevant once Kamomedai and Itachiyama came out, because it was just, you just go straight into duo bonds at that point. And even positionless SPs coming out early, well, not necessarily early, but SPs coming out, the Shiro Torizawa stuff got pretty irrelevant pretty fast, which kind of sucked, because I would have liked to pull, you know, some characters that I skipped out on, but I'm getting to them now with the SSRs. But now at this point, I'm kind of just pulling for every character for content reasons, but in terms of like characters I'm going to really focus on, like I'm getting the SP Bokuto, I'm going to really focus on him and Akashi, Aone as well. Gonna try and not necessarily get them to like skill rest 2 or 4 or anything like that, but I'm actually gonna prioritize like upgrading them. Whereas like Sugawara, I think I am gonna prioritize upgrading him just because I don't have a block type setter. But then who comes out after? Yeah, it's the Beast Trio after that, so I'll focus on them. But then if I do pull for like Kunami, for example, I might upgrade him, I might not, depending on the situation on my account. Oikawa, Ushijima, Iwaizumi, like maybe I'll upgrade them, but I have their UR/SSRs already pretty high, so I don't need to put them into my team. So we'll see. What's up, Poland player? SB Bokuto has a nice skill 1. Unk is gonna be broke after Haikyu falls off. Maybe. So that's the only thing I'm like worried about. Like right now, like in terms of what I'm making versus what I'm spending, like I'm spending less, but will that source of income go away in the future? That's why I'm trying to like venture out. Do you think after the global SP releases, Fly High will die, or maybe they'll give us something? Well, at this point, they're re-releasing SPs, or in terms of they're making second copies of SPs. So I don't know. I have no idea. Also, I am free to play, so I have to get Aone or Bokuto. Well, if I had to choose one, probably Bokuto, because you can get Tsukishima and Kuro, like one of those two. Whereas if you don't get the SP Bokuto, there's not an SP Wing Spiker until Iwaizumi comes out, I think. I don't know what the devs are trying to do. The devs are trolling. Was hoping for time skip stuff. Yeah. After SPs is just time skip. There's nothing to add. I feel like they're waiting for the movie to do this time skip stuff. Yeah, because like, do you guys think they're gonna release a new season for the time skip stuff, or like, what do you think? They're just gonna leave it? Like, I don't know. Are they gonna add it to the end of the movie? Because that'd be a long ass movie. I feel like this game could die at any time, I feel like. It would be absolutely diabolical, but rad if they gave us like a challenge when the rewards would be a new type of character. And it would be like time skip or maybe even like the little giant character. They won't do that. They won't do that. A Brazil Beach Hinata would go crazy. Exactly. Spoiler alert. Okay, it's 1:30. I've done 2 teams. All right, so we got Gigi Hat, who has boosted the Discord apparently. Right, that's why their name is pink. Something like that. Holy Jesus! What is going on here? The first pick is my team right now. I already have Osamu and Kita. I will save my gems for the SPs and get enough tickets to get Atsumu. The thing is, I have to get 3 SPs in a row. I'm paying for both monthly passes and the volleyball pass. If I can make it, I'll maybe even go for SP Kenma to be able to switch between block and receive type. Any better ideas? Also, please rate all the stages. And if there are better switch outs, I always made a new pick when a new SP drops in this order: Atsumu, Aone, Suki Kuro, Kanji. And the rotations are not the ones, that's fine. Update, I got Atsumu and now I'm on pick 2. Okay, what is going on here? So they had this. When was this posted? After Hinata came out. Okay, cool. So this was his team. Right? Then the Atsumu rebanner came out. So his team is now like this. Right? Yes. So now, after this, he's going like this. That is just so random. I'm sorry. Why are we going from SSR Tsukishima to just SP Ione? Also, it's hilarious that he doesn't have a shirt on. But not that it's like a bad thing. I'm just questioning why. If you're gonna get a solo unit out of the Beach Trio, Aone is probably the least like desirable out of the 2 or out of the 3. So that's interesting. And then he goes SP Suki. What the heck? I would say hold here until here. You keep Kita in your lineup. And then what happens? What the? Ione just leaves. There was literally zero reason for Ione to be in this team. What the heck? Oh, and then he comes back. Sure, man. Sure. Okay, so your long term is to be a block and receive type team. So I find it interesting here. You have 1, 2, 3. You only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you have your 5 receives. So at least there's that. But you would also have your 5 receives here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, you only have 4 here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then who's the 5th one here? Where was it? Oh, it's Kita right here. So wait, no, am I bugging? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he doesn't have a receive type team. I don't think Ione's receive. Ione's quick, I'm pretty sure. So we start here as power. Then he's right here right now. And he is 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's only quick. He's 1 away from receive. And then he wants to go into block. So he's picking up the SP Ione with the Kuro Tsukishima. And then he wants to get Kanji, not Sugawara, as his block type setter. So that's fine. But I will say, instead of Ione, you could have a different character in here for now, and then maybe maybe pick up the UR Korai rebanner rather than the SP Ione. And then maybe you want to get the SP Korai down the line. Yeah, he wants to be receive and he wants to be block. So I understand why he got Ione to be a block type team. But at that point, I think you have enough like pure blockers that you can have the Korai here, the UR one, until the SP one comes out. Because at that point, at least like, yes, he can block, but he can also spike and stuff. The only receives he has here is Hinata, Sakuza, Komori. I don't even know who comes out. Like, is it the back row middle blocker? Like, who comes out? Because you can't take the setter out. Are you gonna take out Sakuza? Like, I'm kind of confused. See you later, Mafera. I'm pretty sure Ione is quick and block. So SP Kura has all the types. He's literally power, quick, receive, block, and I think he has serve as well. I think it's all the types. So yeah, what I would say is, because you're here, skip this block, or at the very least, because he's coming out tonight, take this SP Ione out and put in the UR Kurai instead. And then you can then go into Suki and Kuro like you wanted to. And then you can get your kanji here, and then instead of Ione, you put the Kurai back in. I would do that. I'm not going to give a rating for all these, but that's my review for your teams, I guess. Well, I guess I can do this team. This team is an 8.5. Jeez. Okay, so let's keep it going. Let's read the chat. Kuro is receive. Quick receive. Eh? Kuro is block receive. Okay, well, shit. Sue me. All these different types and shit. I can't remember it all. Alright, we got Crimson Nazi, who says, I want to go for Osamu, then go for Sakuza when he comes back out, and swap them for Kuro and Bokuto. So Osamu rebanner, Sakuza rebanner, so you pair him up with Atsumu and Komori. Okay, swap them for Kuro and Bokuto. Okay, so your team becomes quick. His team's already quick, never mind. And then I don't know what to do with Kurai. And I'm not sure if SP Hinata can do the free quick with Kageyama, but if he can't, I just wait for his rebanner, try to grab him. What do you think? I want a quick attack type team. Yes, so there is no free quick duo attack with the SP Hinata. The SP Hinata and the UR Kageyama just provide buffs to each other. So if you want to do these like spammable double attack, it's going to be these two. So don't necessarily need to get the SP Hinata at that point. I think replacing Bokuto is fine with Sakuza, so you get these two together. And it would kind of have to be Kurai at that point for Osamu. And then what you can do down the line is you could simply just replace this Hinata with Kurai if you want. But because this Kurai has 3 of the 4 types here, if you want to build, like I see you have power up here, quick, block, you can just throw in this Kurai and he'll be really useful. So I wouldn't suggest the Hirugami rebanner. I would just hold on to this Kurai on the bench. You know, in the games, I would just sub him in whenever you see fit. And yeah, I'm okay with doing that double swap, because at least you get these two together, you get the twins together, and then you can hold on to this team till maybe the SP Suki Kuro comes out. You do want to be a quick attack type team, and you will still be that. Down the line, there's SP Twins, there's SP Korai, so there's a ton of quick attack type options. You'll just have to hold on to your team until those guys come out. Chris says the North American number 3 club got gutted and merging with us number 2 NA. Surely we become number 1 tomorrow. Krill Town members leaving to join from the concrete. Dude, it's so funny. The NA, like, well, I don't know about M.Dot in the global server, but I feel like there's always like something going on in the NA server. Like there's like some sort of drama or story or something where people are like leaving clubs and joining other clubs and shit like that. I don't know. There were some in global as well. You guys see, this is why on my club description I said this club is for people who want to go at their own pace and want to have a fun time. Because it is not that deep. I'm pretty sure Shin is carrying my club in terms of club contest. I think he got like 3.7 mil or something this week. I heard number 1 global a few months ago exploded. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that happens. It's literally a game where you have your team members, like your user members, with your characters. You pull characters, whatever, and you just play the game. How do you disband? Especially if you're at number 1, you just keep doing what you're doing. Unless there's like actually politics behind it. I don't know. It happened and then a bunch of them joined my club and the new number 1 club. That's hilarious. I find that so funny. I think that's it for this review. So in terms of a team rating, I think I'll give you an 8.5. It's pretty similar to the last one. I think that one had Tsukishima though, so maybe like an 8.8, because I would take the UR Kuro obviously over the Tsukishima. Alrighty, next up we got Ihachi. Says, this is an update from my latest team. In my last review, I said I wasn't getting the Itachi Yamaduo, but I got impatient and pulled for them. Now I don't know where exactly to go with my team, but I'm still thinking of mainly going for quick. Should I get SP Nishinoya and Tsukishima next for the Karusuna Bond? And if so, should I replace the Itachi Yamaduo? You got impatient, you pulled them, and now you want to replace them. Well, that's not great. Why are we replacing Sakuza and Komori and not the Iwaizumi? The Iwaizumi provides no real value to this team. Yes, he's a good hitter, but the ball's gonna go to Sakuza first, then probably Hinata, and then depending on cooldown it might go back to Sakuza. You know what I mean? So you want to replace, you want to get the SP Nishinoya and Tsukishima for the Karasuno Bond. You could do that, but like replacing Komori with Nishinoya is not like a bad decision. I just personally wouldn't do it in this situation. I would just get Kuro Tsukishima and replace Iwaizumi and the UR Kuro. And then so you have 3 SPs here, right? These 2 have a bond, these 2 have a bond, these 2 have a bond, and then Osamu's just here because you have a quick attack team, you know what I mean? So I would say no to the SP Nishinoya, and I would say yes to the Kuro Tsukishima here. The only thing is, I guess at that point you're kind of lacking in offense, but then you have these 3 and then 1 of Kurosuke to provide offense there. And then you have Iwaizumi off the bench too, so you can just sub him in. So I would do that. I do plan on doing this team for now until I get my hands on the SP Tsukinoya in the future. So this is his current team, but the SP Kenma and the Kita come in. Kenma, Kita. Interesting, you could do that. I mean, oh no, he just really likes, or they really like Iwaizumi. because I think this is a female. I'm just gonna assume that this is a female, you know what I mean? So she or they, I don't know, I guess really likes Iwaizumi for some reason. So if that's like a non-negotiable, then at that point it would have to be Kuro, and honestly I would just do Osamu. Like I would take Osamu out for the Tsukishima, upgrade the Kuro, keep these two, you'll have these two have a bond, and then Iwaizumi because you really like him. So that's what I would do personally. But if you do want to get the Nishinoya, that's still like, you know, maybe he's one of your favorite characters, I'm not going to tell you no at that point. But in terms of a team fit, other than the Karasuno bond, which you don't really need at the moment, your team rating is pretty high up there. Like I would focus on duo bonds and stuff like that. But so yeah, I will say no to Nishinoya, yes to Tsukishima, replace these two. But if you really like Iwaizumi, replace the Osamu Miya. So in terms of a team rating, I will give you an 8.5 out of 10. But you do have a pretty high Atsumu and Kita as well, so make a second team maybe if you do replace Osamu with the Tsukishima. You could do that. I think the owner of the previous number 1 imploded the club by kicking everybody out. Not sure what the trigger was. It's not that deep. It's never been that deep. Next up we have DEJ, who says, I don't know in what should I focus on for the future. Got no luck on pulling Ushijima and the other twin. Ooh, no team type is fun. You're 1 away from a quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're 1 away from a receive. You're 2 from power, 2 from block. Well, I don't know what the fix is here. Let me think. So to be a receive type team, you would probably need the SP Kenma if you did pull him. If you didn't pull him, what's the next best thing? There is the, well, in terms of receive, I guess the SP Kuro is receive. So if the SP Kuro is receive, you can replace either Osamu or Hirugami. Probably Osamu at that point for the SP Kuro. So you'll be a receive type team. 1, 2, 3. You would still be, yeah. So you can't be both quick and receive, but you'll be a receive type team. So if you bring in the SP Kuro, if you didn't pick up the SP Kenma, in terms of a quick attack type team, you could bring in the Kuro again or the Tsukishima again. Instead, this would be for the Hirugami. In terms of characters you currently have, Oikawa and Bokuto would be a downgrade, unfortunately, on your Kageyama and Osamu. So that's probably not the option here, not the play. So what I would do though is maybe just bring in somebody for Osamu at the game start and then just sub him back in, you know? So I would do something like that. Y'all talking about who's Nobru? Is that a gamer? I don't know who that is. So in terms of a team rating, because you don't have a type, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to downgrade this to an 8. I think typically it'd probably be a 9, but no team type is no good. Captain of my club, I see. I see. Next up, we got Toby, who I just skipped. First is my current team. What do you mean first? What does that mean? My current team. Where do you think I should go next on who to get? I think just Sakuza rebanner, replace Tanaka. Or if you wanted to, you could just replace I wouldn't do it personally, but you could replace Korai with Sakuza instead, just because your Tanaka's at 21k. But definitely Sakuza rebanner here, and then I would wait for potentially a Kuro Tsukishima SP, or if you want to really wait down the line, get the Twins SP. Because looking at your bench, it looks like you're a free-to-play player. So Sakuza rebanner for Shurzis, and then maybe just hold on to your diamonds and tickets until the current version of the SP versions of the current players you have in your team come out. So we'll keep this one quick. There's not really much else you can do. So in terms of a team rating, I will give you an 8.5 out of 10, sir. We got drop. The Goat. So this is the current team. I don't know what rotation I should use for now and later. I'm getting Kenma for sure. And then second, this is my dream team. I need some advice for the rotation, and then rate current and dream team out of 10. If you think why Ushijima, because his receive is good and I need him later on for my future power team, since I want to build 2 teams, and then that is the future power team in question. So current team, does he want what does he want on the current team? Don't know what rotation to do. So this is my power team at the moment, and so I have Ushijima at 1, I have Hinata at 6, Kurai is at 5, I have Hirugami at 4, Oikawa at 3, and Sakuza at 2. Now the reason being is so Sakuza can rotate into the back for a longer period of time. Again, he gets a boost in the back row. Kurai, same thing, but opposite, so he comes to the front. Hirugami at 4 because he stays into the front for a longer period of time. Ushijima, the opposite hitter, comes out for the libero. So on the first point of the game, you will have Ushijima serving, but then after that, he comes out for Komori. And then Oikawa's in the front for the center dump. Hinata's at 6 because he gives a boost when he's in the back row to his team. I believe to himself as well, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is the rotation I use. I think it's the most ideal one in my opinion, because Sakuza receives, Kurai receives, Hinata receives, you need Hirugami to block. He's your only setter, therefore he's the only one left over, so that he comes in. Process of elimination, or process by elimination. So in terms of team rating, I will give you a 8.8, maybe a 9. 8.8. In terms of your future teams, so the SP Kenma, so this team is receive 1 2 3 4 5. We're saying that he's receive, so this team's fine. He says he wants Ushijima because he's good with receives. I don't really think you need a quote-unquote receiver in this position, because you have Komori, you have Hinata, you have Sakuza already, and then apparently this Kuro can receive, so that's another person. You have Kenma, so Ushijima actually provides you a lot of offense in this team, which is needed. And then this team, he's going to transition the Ushijima over and pull these guys. This all seems absolutely fine to me. Is it worth getting the Kurai if you're fairly new and thinking of getting SP Kuro and Suki as well? Yes, because Kurai provides block as one of his types. So at that point, you only need one more blocker to be a block type team, if that's the team you're building around the Kuro and Suki for. Definitely worth it. Unless you want to wait for this Kurai, which won't come out for a while, allegedly. Then at that point, yeah, the your one is probably worth it. And yeah, this is fine as well. Komori is good here. The SP Nishinoya would work here as well, but because you have Komori, don't need to get the SP Nishinoya. So yeah, I gave this team an 8.8. This team is a 10. That's the wrong one. This team is power based. Probably also a 10, I think. Yeah. Yeah. You see the SP Kenma, Lev, Tanaka, and Yamamoto kits? No. Karai is insane. He's a fill-in type of player. Yeah, jack of all trades is what I call him. Hey man, you gonna summon for SP Suga? We will be summoning it. We will be summoning the SP Sugawara next week. It's gonna be a little bit of a different type of summoning, so stay tuned for that. I have ideas. It's gonna be something you've never seen before in the Haikyu community verse thing. Am I excited to do it? Yes, for you guys, but no for me. I'll just say that. M.Dot's gonna send them in Discord. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, one sec. Did I finish this? Yes, I did. And what's going on here, people? Alrighty. So apparently not everyone got the memo till that all of their full details kits were released a few days ago, so I guess I'll post them here. Oh boy, let's read, boys. I need water. So SB Kenma 2.0. So as you can see, it is not a rebanner. So while Kenma Final Exams is on the court, if your side makes a non-bad play, so normal or perfect, and the next player to touch the ball has a receive skill, the player's basic stats increase by 10% for a single net crossing, and you gain 1 stack of support. For each stack of support, your player's awareness and reflex increase by 10%, up to 60%. For each stack of support, Kenma's Final Exam set and receive increased by a certain percentage. Okay. Defense measures is his first skill, so it's his receive skill. So the power of your player's set skills. Wait, what? So he does a receive, and then the power of your player's set stats increase by 20%. I'm getting a phone call right now. That's not good. And then so it lasts for 2 net crossings, and 5 stamina is restored when setting. Interesting. So his main thing is gonna be receive, or is it a set? It might be a set. Heart of the team. When Kenma is on the court, if your side performs a perfect play, next player has a receive skill, so it does it again. It does it twice. Fill the gaps, and for this. Okay. When Kenma is on the court, all stacks of support are consumed at the end of each rally. When he's on the court, once per rally, if your side performs a bad receive, all support stacks are consumed and the receive becomes perfect. What the hell? So this basically means that... Wait, it's not even like a certain amount of stacks to become perfect. It's just, it just gets... It just gets converted to? %60 awareness and reflex is crazy. Yeah, 60%. I didn't even see that. I thought it was just awareness, but it's reflex too. The SSR Yaku converts normals into perfects, I believe. So now the Kenma converts bads into perfects, so then everything is perfect. He's just a perfect dude. Drop, I would go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and then go back like 15 minutes maybe. So that's interesting. And that's not even the end of it. When Kenma is on the court, at the start of the rally, for each stack of support consumed in the previous rally, your player's strength and spirit increase. So he gives a strength, spirit, awareness, and reflex boost. Now, I'm not doubting that this Kenma is going to be crazy good. He just shouldn't exist. That's my thing. Effective play. So Kenma performs a set. Oh, so he has a set ultimate and a receive kind of semi-ultimate, I guess you could call it. If your side performed a perfect receive, the set will be critical and not require a cooldown. Okay, what the if your side did not perform a perfect receive, the power of this set increased by 200%, and you gain 2. No, this can't. This has to be a translation error. There's no way. There's no way. This Kenma is by far the craziest setter in the game. And we haven't even gone to skill res yet. So skill res 2, when Kenma is on the court and your team is in the lead at the start of a rally, you gain 5 stacks of support. Okay. If your opponent is leading, you gain 3 stacks. Okay. And your player's receive increased by 20%. For each stack of support gained, your player's spirit increased by 2% up to 40. What the fuck is this? Skill res 4, when Kenma is on the court and your side performs a perfect set, your players with a receive skill has their power / quick attack increased by 40% for 2 net crossings. So that's good for Sakuza and then Kurai, the UR1, if you use his Omni ability. I think that counts. When Kenma performs a receive, your back row players receive power increased by 200%. What the hell is going on here, dude? The memory, increase the equipper set by 12 or 24 only. Interesting. Maybe it's 12 to 24. When the equipper performs a set for the first time in each rally, if your side performed a perfect receive, the set will also be perfect. Wait, hold on. So you get the memory, you get the perfect set, the perfect receive from his ability, then his perfect set, then if your set was perfect, if you had skill res 4, that's 40% guaranteed for 2 net crossings. What the dude? What am I reading? What am I reading? It's like this big old chart or this like tree of things that just connect to each other. It's like one thing you think is irrelevant, nope, it goes all the way over here to this. It's like, what the heck? Final exam bond with Lev. Increase your player's awareness and reflex by a certain percentage. If your side performs a perfect receive, your player's receive increased by 30% and power by 10% up to 5 stacks. Your players with quick attack skills can now perform a spike receive with 200% of the... What is this? What am I reading? SP Lev. So that's just Kenma. That's just Kenma by himself. SP Lev. When Lev is on the court and your side performs a perfect play, set, receive, attack, block, Lev's block and quick increase by a certain percentage up to 7 stacks. While Lev is on the court, when a player on your side scores, that player will receive the scoring ace buff, which increases their basic stats by 500. Oh, but at the very least, only one player on your side can have the scoring ace buff at a time. That is stupid. Guess this, Kenma and Lev duo are drops wet dream. No, it's gonna be M-dots for sure. So when does this end? The scoring ace buff? Because if one can have, is that for the entire game? If that's the case, then it's not as good. But if it's like for a certain amount of net crossings, that's kind of crazy. Full spirited block. So he performs a block with a certain percentage of his block stat. If you have a player in the back row with a receive skill, Lev's reflex increased by 50%. Oh my god, dude. If you have another member in the front row with a block skill beside himself, the power of full spirited block increased by 150. Dude, what is going on here? Ace candidate. At the start of the match, Lev gains the scoring ace buff. Oh, so he gets it himself. Oh, so basic stats by 500. When another teammate gains the scoring ace buff for the next 2 plays that player makes, their corresponding stat increased by a certain percentage. So they get 500 of the basic stats plus this percentage. Jesus. Lev's stats increased by 50% of the scoring ace's stats up to 2,000. What? Wait, what the fuck am I reading? Up to 2,000 basic stats, up to 100% of awareness, reflex, strength, and spirit. And then for attack and defense techniques, 20. At this point, why are we playing? Why are we playing? If this is coming out, there is literally zero reason. There is literally zero reason to pull any other character into the game until these guys come out. I would love to see somebody disagree with me, other than just having a quote-unquote relevant team until they come out. Dynamic attack. His ultimate performs a quick attack with a certain percentage of his quick attack stat. If your sides set before the spike was perfect, so again, if you have the Kenma, the power of this quick increased by 40%. If your sides receive and set before the spike were both perfect, again, the Kenma, it increases by 60% and cannot be blocked. At this point, they have to make like God. they would have to make I don't even know. They would have to make like a second SP Hinata that's like every play you make with this character cannot be blocked. You score every point this player touches the ball. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? And yeah, just watch. They're gonna make some crazy ass characters. Like, if this is the standard, you're gonna need to make every SP after this like extremely broken. This is holy shit. And then if you go into skill resonance, skill res 2, increase the basic stats of the player with the scoring ace effect by 15%. So 15% of 500, you add that on. If Lev has it specifically, you get another 15% boost, so that's a 30% boost. At the end of each rally, the teammate with the scoring ace recovers 5 stamina. Oh my god. So then you pair this with Aaron, and then you just go crazy. Of course. Of course. Oikawa's second SP, he's literally gonna be like, he comes out with, I don't even know, who would he come out with? A second SP Iwaizumi maybe, or a second SP Ushijima? It's like, if Oikawa's set is perfect, or no, Ushijima's kit's gonna be like, if your last set was critical, you guaranteed score this next point. Like, you know what I mean? If Ushijima hits, you win. Exactly. SP Oikawa and SP Kageyama. Yeah, you just make the SP Kageyama just like have just give them like 180 stats to like everything. And just be like, you can make this character be whatever you want. I mean, I think they should do that with Karai, but this is now the standard. If this is true, this is now the standard. Skill res 4, if the player with a scoring ace makes a play, for every perfect touch your team made this rally, the power of the current play increases by 10% of the corresponding stat, up to a maximum of 300. Holy. So it's 10% and it stacks. You could have, in theory, 30 perfect touches, and then you get 300. That's crazy. Each time your side scores a point, the strength and spirit of members with the scoring ace effect increase by 5%, up to 50. So like I said, Kenma and Lev, if this is true, there is zero reason to pull for any other setter. Maybe if you want to get like an SP Akashi early, or if you wait and you skip the SP Akashi, you didn't pick up the first SP Kenma, you go all the way get the SP Oikawa for a power, almost said perfect, for a power type setter, and then that's it. Like, there's no Atsumu involved, there's none of these guys involved, because this is This is crazy. Hold on, I have to read the comments. I haven't even read the Tanaka Yamamoto yet, but somebody said time to quit the game. I guess no new characters. That Levin Kenma bond looks interesting. So nobody actually clocks how cracked that is. So what's going on with the Yamamoto and Tanaka? SP Kageyama will solo the match. At the time we get to this point, these two will be the weakest characters. Dude, imagine. You think Kamamata SP is skippable for Kenma, Lev, Tanaka, and Yamamoto at this point? At this point, I don't know. I haven't read Tanaka Yamamoto, so let's do that first. Yeah, I know. If these two get power crept, I'm gonna be so mad. Because it's like, why are you doing it in the first place? So we have Tanaka, who has the overwhelming spirit. Increase Tanaka's. It's another Sakura bond. It's so that's what it is. I was gonna say their images. Their images did look like Hinata and Kenma's, but I didn't want to say it. But that's fun. So Tanaka's receive and power tag go up, so I'm assuming he's going to be a receive type. At the beginning of superb line shot, the opponent's front row players gain the tension debuff. We don't know what that does yet. If your side makes a perfect play or after Tanaka casts superb line shot, opponents with tension will have their stats and what? Oh, will have their stats that match their specialty tags. I thought it was like they will have their stats and specialty tags like removed. Like what the hell? No, so they'll have stats that match their specialty tags reduced by 5% up to a maximum of 99 stacks. What's the math on that? What's 5 times 99? What? Why don't we release the fucking time skip now too? So do we get a Sakura like school like bond? That'd be interesting. I don't think so. Five times 100 minus 5, so 495%. So you cripple the guy. That's what happens here. You cripple the other player. Like you take away their arm. What the okay. Relentless Pursuit. Tanaka performs a receive with 100. Okay, so he's a receive type. A certain percentage. If the opponent has the tension debuff, the power of this receive increases by 150. If the opponent's spiker has the tension debuff, this receive will be perfect for the first time each. So this is like, oh my god, holy shit. There's literally perfect plays everywhere with these guys. Ace level spike. When Tanaka spikes the ball, if your set was perfect, the power of the spike increases by a certain percentage and will always be critical. You don't even need to build awareness anymore. You don't need to build awareness. That's fucked. While Tanaka is on the court, when an opponent has tension, touches the ball for the first time each rally, the corresponding stat decreases by 3% for 2 net crossings. Superb line shot is his ultimate. And then when Tanaka spikes for the first time each rally, the power of the spike increases by 100%. So I think that's what already happens with his SSR one. At least maybe that's his memory that does that, I think. If the opponent's stats were reduced 15 times or more due to Tanaka's skill effect, so you can do it up to 99, right? The power of Tanaka's spike increases by 100%. Okay, so it doesn't stack, so it's 15 or more. Okay, cool. I was about to say, but this is stupid. Watch Oikawa have an SP that boosts awareness and strength by, is that 1,000,000? I wouldn't be surprised. While Tanaka is on the court, so this is skill res 2, if an opponent play is not perfect, players with Tenjin will have their stats that match their specialty tags reduced by 5%. Wait. So that's on top of this? So, or does it change it? I'm confused. I think it's for stacking faster. Oh fuck. So that's both. So when you do make perfect plays and they don't. Damn. Each time an opponent receives a debuff. So that would be, I think that's a one-time thing, right? Or maybe not. No, because you get a debuff for every stack. So you get an awareness and reflex increase up to, so you get a guaranteed 50%. That's skill res 2. Pretty much. Because if it's this stacked with this, and then you have, you know, the perfect plays happening and shit, that's gonna happen. That's crazy. Skill res 4. Skill res 2 effect modified. Oh, okay. While Tanaka is on the court, if an opponent play is not perfect, change to if an opponent play is not perfect. Oh my god. You can sub him out. You can literally sub him out. I don't see why you would sub him out. Unless in the future there's some crazy SP wing spiker, but if you just wanted to take him out, you could do that. Oh, and this gets changed too. Ace level spike effect modified. While Tanaka is on the court, when an opponent with the tension touches the ball, change to one. Oh my god, the debuffs as well. The debuffs. Oh my god. Tanaka gonna be a goat bench warmer. Him with Kunami for the stamina increase. Holy shit. When Relentless Pursuit is casted, opponents in the back row gain tension. Whenever your side makes a perfect play, Tanaka's strength increases. So that's another guaranteed 50% if you have Levin and Yaku. This is the craziest. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like if I go up against a team like this, or if I see that I'm going up against a team like this, I'm quitting. If I have 0 refreshes left and I have 1 attempt left and all 5 teams have this, I'm not playing. I'm just simply not playing. I'm not doing this. What the? Dude, that is crazy. And there's still one more character. We have SP Yamamoto. Oh wait, we didn't see his memory. Oh, I guess they didn't have it. Oh no, because he hasn't come out yet, right? Maybe? Yeah, so let's just look at SP Yamamoto now. He has Creed of Perseverance. So it increases Yamamoto's receive and power attack by a certain percentage. While Yamamoto is on the court and your side makes a play that is not bad, so that is not even perfect, not bad, Yamamoto gets 1 stack of guts. Each stack of guts increases base stats by 2% up to 10, so he gets a 20% boost. So that's going to happen like immediately. While Tanaka is on the court and your side makes a perfect play, again, if you have the other characters, this will happen immediately. Yamamoto increases his awareness by 10%, so you get a guaranteed 50% increase to your awareness. Instant reaction. Yamamoto performs a receive with a certain percentage of his receive stat. For each stack of guts that he has, the power of his receive increased by 30%. Oh my god. There's no limit on that. For each stack of guts he has. So you can have 10? So you could have 10 stacks. So that's 300% of his receive. And then if the number of stacks is 5 or more, the receive is guaranteed. It's guaranteed to be perfect. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Dude, I just want to see this team in action. These 4 guys, and then add in, like, I don't even know who else you want to add in at this point. Maybe SSR Yaku, and just see the golden perfects like all over the screen. Bro, just don't play peak anymore. We staying on club contest. No point going for the next SPs anymore. Oh my god. Unyielding Conviction. When Yamamoto casts an inherent power. Inherent power. What is that? Oh, that's his spike. Okay. His power increases by a certain percentage of each stack of guts up to a max of 40, 50, or 60. So it's going to be 40 for people with, I guess, skill res 1 or like level 1 of his ability here. Even though you'll have probably the ability to do 50% with the 5 stacks up here, right here. Or, no, you have 10 stacks. So, yeah, so that is that part. At least it's a little bit limiting for that. But that's still 40%. When Tanaka spikes the ball, different effects are activated depending on the number of gut stacks. So if it's 1 or higher, the opponent's player's block and receives are reduced by a certain percentage. If it's 3, his next spike and receives are guaranteed to be crit. If it's 5, his strength increases by a certain percentage. Oh my god. And I'm assuming if it's all 5, you get all these? Like if you have 5 or higher, maybe you get all of them? Different effects are activated depending, so maybe not, because this is different effects, not all effects. Did you finish the team reviews? No, we got sidetracked. we got sidetracked. I might extend the stream because I don't have anything really to do today. I will be recording a new series with MDOT for TikTok and YouTube Shorts specifically, but that can be done later. So I'll probably just extend the team reviews. I think I only did like 3 today, so I'm gonna get back to it in a second. Probably get like 15 done before ending the stream. So yeah, we'll get to that. The thing is, the longer the rally, the more stamina is used. Gotta find a way to manage stamina. Well, Lev gives stamina back, and then you have another spot open. You throw Aaron in because there's awareness boosts everywhere, and guaranteed to be next plays are critical and shit like that. So just throw Aaron in. Oh no, wait, no, Aaron recovers stamina from self. Oh. So maybe, yeah, the Kunami is probably the play then. Where was I? Watch version 2 Hirogami perfect block. Imagine. Okay, so we have inherent power now, which is his ultimate. Yamamoto performs a power with a certain percentage of his power attack stat. All stacks of guts are consumed, and for each stack consumed, his attack and defense technique increased by 2%. Up to a maximum of 20. If your side made at least 2 perfect plays during the rally, the power of this spike increased by 50%, because of course it does. Of course it does. So that's the funny thing is, it's like if your side did this, if they did this, they're gonna do it. Just say when when your side does it. Skill res 2, if your side casts a power or quick attack skill that is perfect, Yamamoto's next spike is increased by 100%. Whenever your side makes a perfect play, he gains an additional stack of guts. Of course. What the hell's going on here? Skill res 4, when a teammate makes a perfect play, their receive is increased by 25% and power by 25%, up to a max of 100. Lastly, for one rally, when Tanaka casts his ultimate, he gains 3 stacks of guts. What the... Dude, what? And then he has a bond both with Kenma and Tanaka. When Yamamoto or increases Yamamoto's receive basic stats? What the okay. When Yamamoto gains guts, Kenma gains guts as well. Each stack increases his basic stats by 2%. Okay, so that's okay. This part's like whatever. It's like, well, actually no, 20% increase to basic stats is pretty good, but this is kind of crazy. Then he has his deployable bond with Tanaka. It increases both their power attack and receive by basic stats again. What the? When an opponent has a debuff, Tanaka and Yamamoto's attack technique and defense technique increase to essentially 10% immediately. What is this? It's a receive team that guarantees 3 perfect receives per rally and tries to debuff the opponent in that time. Lev also has an unblockable ult and synergizes it perfectly with SP Korai. It's going to be hard to score points, so getting a block out seems like the only option to score early. Yeah, as if you can control that. My TLDR is, what's the point? What's the point? I'm not even mad at this SPs. I'm mad that they will get power crept. Yeah, there's that. like there's no argument that this SP was going to be bad. I don't think people were complaining about that. I think people were just complaining of like, why is Kenma doing all like, because if you really think about it, other than the set ultimate that Kenma has, you could technically give these abilities to Yaku, right? Because there's nothing to do with set here. If your side makes a non-bad play, right, his SSR 1 already converts normals into perfects. You can make this the ultimate for Yaku while Kenma's on the court. If your side performs a perfect play, while Yaku's on the court and your side performs a perfect play, while Yaku's on the court, stacks of support are consumed. You know what I mean? Like, there is no... This is even pissing me off even more. There's no reason why this can't be Yaku. You could literally just take out Kenma's name, put Yaku in, swap the percentage from here and here with set and receive. Why couldn't this been Yaku? That's actually pissed me off. This Kenma is primarily a receiver and gives receive buffs. Yes, he has a set ultimate. Does that make him like a setter by default? I guess. But you could have literally... That's so annoying. That is so... Oh, that is annoying. So, like, what does that mean for SP Yaku now? That makes SP Yaku, when he comes out, irrelevant. Unless you just double down on stuff like this for that Yaku. Maybe he provides stamina stuff? This is crazy. I'm surprised, like, not a lot of people are talking about this. Yeah, he has no setter dump. Oh no. What will we ever do? He just has the rest of your team do everything perfectly. Oh no. Like, you know what I mean? I like the TLDR. Kenma 1.0 gives the entire team 35% reflex. Nice. Kenma 2 does all of this shit. Oh my god. The main purpose of this game is to sell you new shiny cards through box only. What do you think? Well, now after reading the second SP Kenma, the fact that they could have just easily done that for Yaku just tells me that they're trying to make money. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. SR Omimi. When he performs a block, recovers 10 stamina. Oh, I thought that was for the whole team. I was about to say, that's kind of crazy. What the heck is happening here? Them images, though. Alright, let's get out of here. So yeah, TLDR. SP Chem is crazy. What's happening here? Who the fuck is this? Who the hell? Oh, it's an OC. Oh, I see. Well, let's see. SP Yaku will never receive a bad, always perfect, and have a perfect set skill. That's the only way SP Yaku will be relevant. Either that or stamina. Excuse me. So let's do a quick count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 left. So we're almost there, actually. So I think what I'll do is I'll reduce. We're at 23. I think I'll get it down to 15 today. I think. How do I want to do this? Because I want to do one more. Oh, then what happens in next week's stream? Next week's Tuesday stream, then. What the hell do I do for 3 hours on next Tuesday's stream? Huh. Maybe I don't want to finish it. I think I'll just do it till 3, so we have half an hour left in the stream. So I think I'll keep going, and I'll get it down probably to around 15, maybe a little bit more than that, and then I'll have enough for either 2 more YouTube videos or 1 more stream. I think I would rather do the 2 YouTube videos, so I think I'll get it down to like, yeah, 15. I'll do half of them in 1 video, and then I'll do half of them in another, and then for next Tuesday's stream I'll think of something else other than just Haikyu Fly High. So we might do like a new game maybe, and then Wednesday we'll do the Sugawara stream, Thursday Pokemon, and then the week after I'll reopen it. I think that's the best thing. Talk smack about M. for 3 hours? That's not enough time. Alright, so let's get into Derek. Is it a horror game? I don't know. I haven't thought of it. I haven't thought that far ahead, okay? So we have Derek, who says, rating and advice. I planned to get Komori and Sakusa, but I was unlucky. Thinking of going for Hinata and Kenma, or sorry, and Kageyama. Also thinking of getting Osamu for Atsumu, but Ushiwaka is one of my favorite characters. Okay, so let's first talk about Komori and Sakusa. So you did get Sakusa, which is not bad. Osamu is about to be out of the rebanner tonight, so if you want Ushijima down the line, don't pick up the Osamu. You already have. Wait, there's 3 setters in this team. What the? I didn't even realize. You don't need Atsumu in this team. I would actually consider bringing in probably Tendo. You need somebody to block for Atsumu. And then skip Osamu, pick up the Komori on the Sakusa, or pick up Komori for Sakusa on the rebanner. And then you could maybe get the SP Hinata or the SSR one through the select recruit. I'm okay with keeping Iwaizumi in here because you have Oikawa, but the moment Oikawa leaves, you can also drop Iwaizumi. And I think maybe vice versa as well. Kageyama is going to be your long-term setter here. He's probably the best out of the 3. He provides both of what these guys do. So I would say no to Osamu, yes to Komori, and then yes to Ushijima down the line. And then probably bring in a middle blocker. I know, 3 setters and 3 wing spikers is crazy. You need somebody to block, dude. So in terms of a team rating, I'm actually going to give this one a little bit less because of the imbalance here. I'm probably going to give it a 7 out of 10, maybe a 7.5. There's just nobody to block other than Korai. There's, at least you have receive. I don't think setting is going to be an issue, but it's literally just these 3. I'm assuming Yaku comes out for a setter. I'm assuming. There's no way you take out a wing spike for Yaku, right? So yeah, I'm gonna give you a 7 out of 10, I think. Yeah, you don't even have the bonds, right? Like the only bond you have here is Oikawa Iwaizumi and Oikawa and Kageyama. That's it. There's no Korai Hirogami, there's no Sakusa Komori, there's no Atsumu Osamu. Bro went for full attack, no defense, I know. So fix your team's balance. That's hilarious. Most recent live. Next up we have Oshin. Oh my god, Shin, you have a brother. Can you rate my Haikyu team? In the future I will summon for Kenma's SP skill res 4. Is that what that means? For a receive team, and I build a block team alternative as well. 6 out of 10. Okay, so this is a quick attack type team. The only character you're really missing here is Kageyama, but having Hirugami as a blocker, as your main blocker here is not bad. And then Kuro is here just for the team type. So I would probably have Kageyama instead of Kuro here if you can pick him up on his rebanner. And then in terms of like your rotation, Hirugami needs to be here, Sakuza needs to be here, Hinata needs to be here, and then you can put Atsumu. Well, Atsumu can stay here, Osamu can go here, and then your alleged Kageyama can go here, I guess. So, but you do have Kurai, not really high in rating. Neither is Bokuto. You do have Eren and Kita, I guess, for a Inarizaki team in your team too. So yeah, I think, but I don't know. It's not like you have to make that change. This team is very much good enough for now. Holy shit, that Hinata is almost 30k. Yeah, damn. He did say he wanted to pull the Kenma, so I'm assuming he did that, and he took out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. You only have 3 receive. So who would he have taken out? Because if you take out Kuro, you have no team type. Like, that's only 4. You would have to bring in Kita. But then who do you take out? So Kenma is actually probably not the play here. Who's receiving my team? Kenma. Oh, Kurai. Kurai is the one you're missing. So you can go Kenma and Kurai. Maybe for Kuro and Osamu. Or maybe just take out the twins entirely and be a receive type team. I don't know. If you want to do that, you can. I just don't think receive is really the play here. I think you want to probably just double down on being quick. You're really just missing out on Kurai being comparable, I guess, to Kuro in terms of player rating, so that when you sub him in, you're not losing too much. But yeah, it looks like you are pulling for Kenma, I guess, because in the future you want this type of team, so this would be a quick, or is it receive? Well, it could be both, right? 1, 2. No, this is a receive type team. So this team's absolutely fine, right? Like these 4, then you have these 2, and then left over you have Kunimi. Again, Kunimi is better off the bench if you go for skill res 2, I believe. But starting, he's not bad. And then there's this team, which is block type. So he does have the Kurai Hirugami with Kurosuke. So he does want to do something like that in the future, which is fine. And again, this is his kind of foundation. And again, you don't need the SP Nishinoya at that point. So Komori is fine. So I think, yeah, your future teams are absolutely fine. Your current team, you might just have to wait for the Kurosuke to come out. So in terms of a team rating, I will give you a 8.5. I think just fix your rotation too. Maybe it's a 9. I think if the Kageyama was there, it'd be a 9. Next up, we have Lucifero, who says, at this point of the game, SP characters are the end game, and he wants to go with this team. So Sakuza, Komori, and then these 4. These 5, if I could count. These 5 are SPs. So in terms of your current team, though, Akashi Bokuto is fine. Then you have the 2 duos. Oh, no, you don't. You don't have Komori right now. So Komori Rebanner for Shurzis. And then you could go Beach Trio, or you could just save for that Oikawa one, and then just replace these 3. Then it'd be Hirugami. I think he said Iwaizumi as well. Yeah, so these 5 here get replaced, and then these 2 stay. So yeah, you're chilling. You could go Beast Trio in the meantime. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just make sure you pick up that Komori Rebanner. So in terms of a team rating, I will give you, I think, also an 8.5. I think Nishinoya is better here, but I know, sorry, these 2 don't have a bond, Kuro and Yaku. So I think Nishinoya would have made more sense here, but it is what it is. All right, next up we got Ruddy, who says, I had some luck on the last banners, and I'm wondering which characters to collect because I don't know whether to stick with quick or go for power. Maybe Beach Trio, I don't know. So the best thing to do for a lot of like new teams or new accounts, I would say, is if you do get lucky, quote unquote, or if you do pull certain URs or SPs, I would just focus on building around them. So Komori is there, he doesn't need to have Sakusa. So your libero spot is solid until the end of time, it seems, because they're not releasing another SP. So there's that. And then you have Hinata and Kageyama, so you build your team around those two. And those two are quick attack primarily. And so you do have a quick attack type team with Tsukishima and Suna. So you're doing the good thing there. And then you have the Karasuna team on with Daichi. It doesn't look like you have another opposite hitter to put there anyways, or another character really. So that is a-okay with me. And then you have Iwaizumi, who again, yeah, you have blockers, you have attackers, you have receivers, so Iwaizumi there is absolutely fine. I think in terms of your rotation, however, I think there needs to be some changes. So the libero should come in for the back row middle blocker for sure. That would be Tsukishima or Suna, depending on who you have at slot 6. And then actually no, I would have so yeah, you would still take out the back row middle blocker, but Hinata goes into spot 6. So then Komori is going to come out at slot 5. And then I would probably have Daichi in slot 2, so he rotates into the back quicker. You can have Kageyama at 2 and Suna at 3, and then EY can stay at 1. That's what I would do. But in terms of your team build, you're actually doing pretty good. Like, this is a well-built team. Pretty good balance-wise for a new account. Like, evidently, this is a new account. So build around Hinata and Kageyama. So he wants potentially the Beach Trio, so the only thing with that is you would pretty much break everything that you just built. Like, let's just say you take out these 3. Your team would be power. So it's like, it's not bad, but then you're essentially benching your best players, right? Or your most influential players, I guess you could say, other than the Hinata. So is that worth it? I don't think so. I would go Tsukikuro, right? Imagine those two here with Kageyama Hinata. That's pretty good. So I would say stick with quicks, no Beach Trio, Kuro Tsukishima, and then you can get the Iwaizumi and Oikawa maybe down the line. So in terms of a team rating, I will give you probably a 7.5 out of 10. $242. Let's keep it moving. So now this is going to be 20 teams left, I believe. So next up we have Growth Abundance, who says, how can I improve and what would you recommend to change or move in my starting lineup and rotation? Who should I rotate for the libero? I want to go Beach Trio and SP Ushijima and Tendo, so no Oikawa, which makes sense, right? Because if you have Akashi, you don't really need Oikawa at that point. So who comes out? So Oikawa comes out, Bokuto comes out, and then I think it has to be Hirugami that comes out. Hinata fit wise, well, I wouldn't say fit wise. Hinata like or I guess bond wise would come out because the other two are duo bonds, but I would take out Hirugami for the SP Ione. And then in terms of a rotation, you have your current wing spikers are in the right spot, but your 2 middle blockers need to be swapped. And then you would have to take out your back row wing spiker, unfortunately, because I would rather have Hinata in the back row. But then Sakusa comes out. Because basically you have essentially the power team that I have. The only difference is you have Bokuto instead of Ushijima, and I have Ushijima coming out for the libero rather than somebody else in the team. So it's kind of hard to take somebody else out in this team. Honestly, it has to be the wing spiker because it's not going to be setter. You don't want it to be Hinata. So it actually have to be the back row wing spiker, and I think you would have to put Bokuto in slot 2 and Sakuza in slot 3, because you would rather have probably Sakuza on the court for a longer period of time. So to summarize, I would have actually, would I? Maybe I would have Bokuto at 1? No, but his receive's gonna be higher than Kurai. You want Kurai up. So I would have Oikawa at 1, Hinata at 6, Kurai at 5, Hirugami at 4, Sakuza at 3, Bokuto at 2. And then Libero comes in for your back row wing spiker. Cool. Cool. And then what else? I want to get the Beats Trio, SP Ushijima Nintendo. So Ushijima Nintendo would replace these two. And then Beats Trio would replace... Actually, no. Beats Trio would replace these 3. And then Ushijima Nintendo would replace, I guess, these 2. Not ideal. Because I think Sakuza is really good. You get a second blocker. I don't know. I guess you could play around with it at that point, but yeah, it would have to be Kurai and Sakuza coming out at that point. So, that is, I guess, fine. In terms of a team rating, I will give you... I think an 8.5. I think if it was Ushijima here, it'd be like an 8.8, because I think Ushijima is slightly better than Bokuto. And also it makes your back row libero situation a lot easier. Next up, we have Tortioso, who says, "What should I do to improve? It's not maxing them. Wait, what should I do to improve it? That's not maxing them all out because I'm getting there." Ew. Well, yeah, I don't really worry about that too much. So it's twins with Hinata and Kuro. So in terms of improvements, I would say Komori Rebanner for Yaku. So you pair him up with Sakuza. And then that Bokuto position, I would consider putting Kita there, because you already have some good offensive players. So I would consider putting Kita in for Bokuto, Komori Rebanner. I think that's probably the best version of your team that you can get, other than maybe a Kageyama Rebanner. And other than that, you could do rotational changes, I guess. Like Hinata's fine there, though. Sakuza's fine there. You could probably swap Bokuto into the back for Kuro, so Kuro's actually blocking. And then maybe do back row opposite hitter for Libero and put Osamu here, Sakuza here. Something like that. Or maybe you put Osamu here and Atsuma here. So Osamu goes to slot 1, Atsuma to slot 3. Swap the Libero for the opposite hitter. Something like that. So in terms of a team rating, I think I'll give you an 8.5. 2.5. 5. 3. 4. 5. 8.5. I was just saying numbers until one felt right. One felt right in my soul. My goodness, my voice is... I can feel it going. How many people do we have? So we still have 15 on YouTube and we have 5 on Twitch. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Alright. Let's just keep on going. So next up we have Mac I Spy, who says, "Was thinking about swapping out Hirugami and Kurai for Atsuma, Rebanner, and Kita, but I really don't know. No team type." Let's see. So in terms of receive, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. In terms of quicks, you have 1, 2, 3. In terms of power, you have 2. Block, you have 2. So I would actually take out Osamu, maybe for you're 1 away on receive, so maybe you take out Osamu for now for Kita, get that receive lineup specialty, and then swap out Kita for Osamu, just in the meantime. I think long term though, getting Atsumu, it doesn't make too much sense to replace Kurai Hirugami here, if I'm being totally honest. If you do pick up Atsumu, I would make a second team with Osamu and just try to figure out the spot, maybe in SP Kenma if you did pick him up. But yeah, it's not ideal to get Atsumu here. Or you could do the same thing with Tsukishima maybe for Hirugami and keep Osamu in, get that quick attack type lineup specialty, and then swap out at game start Tsukishima for Hirugami so you get him back. In terms of rotation, swap Hirugami and Kurai, and I guess you could either keep it like this and swap out Komori for the back row opposite hitter, or you can either do that slot 6 or 1, but definitely the back row opposite hitter. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I would say probably no to Atsumu unless you want to make a second team. But in terms of fixing your problem right now, Tsukishima in for Hirugami. Cool. So in terms of a team rating, because you have no lineup specialty, I will give this a 7.8. Alright, next up we got Tia, who says, started a few months and spent too much on recruit tickets. What do I do from here? Is that an Espeon? Let's go. Shout out to Miguel for the follow on Twitch. Again, if you haven't followed on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube, please make sure to do so. Trying to hit 2,000 on YouTube and 200 on Twitch. Make sure to leave a like on the stream if you haven't already as well. It helps out the algorithm for me. So there's an Espeon. That's nice. So a new account. Spend too much on recruit tickets. I can see that. So when you're a new account, the problem was with a lot of the tickets and diamonds you get, you're kind of like, okay, I already picked up the latest banner, and you're like, well, now time to spend on other banners. But you end up with like characters like this where it's like you're not using them. Now again, it's okay now because there is technically, you know, the match streak with 2v2s, with multiple teams, same thing 3v3s. Shout out to Ciao Bernardi. Ciao Bernardi. I don't know how to say that, but shout out to you for the follow on Twitch. So there is game modes where having multiple players will be beneficial, but in theory you could fill up those. Oh, we got Ciao with a sub on Twitch. He subbed with Prime. I wasn't even going to suggest that, but if you do have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free sub per month. If you want to use it on me, feel free to do so, and you will get access to the exclusive emotes that we have and all that good stuff. Gosh, you're distracting me. So Dead came back and everyone was gone. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the stream here. I mean, it's fine. We were popping off in the middle. Shout out from Brazil. It's pronounced Kyle. Kyle. Oh, so like Kaio. I see. Kaio Bernard. Okay. Yeah. Viva Brazil, as Pina would say. Also, can you make this a video? Yeah, it's gonna be a VOD. All of my streams are VODs, so if you missed anything, you can go back and watch it. I do need to take out the ads though. YouTube literally puts an ad every 3 minutes. So for a 3-hour stream, it's like ad. It's so annoying. So I have to go and remove that. Let's reset here for the team review. So apologies. So with a new account, you typically pick up the latest, you know, SP character, and then you're like, I need to fill the rest of my team. So you do have Komori Sakusa, which is good. And it looks like you used the UR boosters correctly. And now you have Hinata. So going either quick or receive is probably the play here. I know you could go power as well, but it looks like you decided to go with quick. You have Kageyama, who I believe... Sorry, no, it's the SSR Hinata that benefits from a quick attack setter, specifically. But I think Kageyama helps for quick attack players in general. You also have the Karasuno Team Bond, which is nice. But you do have a lot of extra players. Shout out to Axe for the follow on Twitch. And so with having extra characters, there are game modes where you can use those extra characters, which is fine. But in terms of your main team and main characters, be a little bit more selective. Like if you did this and you had a bunch of like SRs and Rs on the bench, that would be okay because you clearly built out your team right with the right things in mind. So you had the Karasuno team bond, you have the quick attack type team, you have whatever else bonds there are, you have these two, right? You're building around Hinata, so that's fine. But like, you know, having all these guys at level 70, you could technically could have done that for the SR characters. I know their ratings would have been a little bit lower. I know they're maybe wouldn't have bonds and you would have probably a lower team rating on those secondary teams, but then you would have those tickets, right? Then you could get other characters at that point. Or if you were spending diamonds on tickets, that's probably the worst thing. If you were just picking up tickets and using them, it's kind of whatever. But if you're spending diamonds on tickets, that's bad, because now you can't get URs, you can't get other SPs. So save your diamonds, be a little bit more selective. I would go Kuro Tsukishima next if you can do that. Just save your diamonds. You don't need to pull for anybody else at this point, in my opinion. If not, actually no, the Beach Trio comes up first, so probably skip the Beach Trio to be a power team. Stick to your quick, double down on it, go Kuro Tsukishima. And then yeah, from that point on, you could just wait for, you know, maybe a Kageyama rebanner, the UR one. But just take it easy with the diamond consumption. You don't need to get memories for all of these characters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to get all their SSR memories. Like, if you're not going to use them, it's not really worth it. Unless, like, just in passing, the more you play the game, the more you'll pick up memories and stuff like that. That's fine. But don't go out of your way to be like, okay, my Yaku's at 9,000. Let's pick up his memory and level them up. Like, that's just 0 point. Focus on your main team. But your main team build is good. So at the very least, there's that. Okay, that was a long spiel. And I think that's it. So in terms of a team rating, I'll probably give you like a 7.5. It's still a quick attack type team. You have bonds. So I'm not going to rate it too low. SP players, the best URs, in my opinion. So 7.5 seems pretty fair to me. And shout out to the Espeon profile picture. Espeon is probably my favorite evolution. In the future, they will... Oh, will they do a UR selection thing like the SSR one? In the JP server, they did it, but for only a limited time. So the SSR one, we have like for the whole time. The UR one, I think, was only for a limited time, and I think it was a triple select. So you're not guaranteed to get one, I believe. All right, the time is 2:57. I think I'm gonna wrap it there. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. 15 left. That is good enough for 2 YouTube videos. So either one more this week and one more Monday, or 2 next week. We shall see. Cool. Cool beans. And then after that, so again, let's take a look at the calendar. So it would be Sugawara comes out this week, so it'd be the week of the 8th. The week of the 8th, we will reopen team reviews for the public. That is all fine and dandy. So does anybody have any other questions for me before I hop off? I will chill for a couple minutes. Dude, all I was seeing yesterday on my TikTok, because I'm reading the chat again, is a Shadow from Brazil. All I've been seeing is the fucking Peanut being like, Viva Brazil! That shit's too funny. That shit is too funny. How do I get more gems fast? It's kind of like money in real life. You don't spend it. You just play the game, do all the game modes, make sure you do your practice games. So either the serve practice or the pro game or the card flip game. Do that every week to get an additional 150. If you share your account, you get an additional 88. So all you have to do is go to your profile, click the little 3 circle thing in the top, share your account, go to, I think, Instagram. I did this once, I haven't done it since. I think you go to Instagram, it'll want you to post it on like as a story, and then you just exit out, and I think it will still work. So those are some bonus ways. Yeah, and just try to get the team rating up as high as you can so that the offline, well, they're all offline, but all the like events and game modes that don't involve other users, you can get the best rewards possible. Can you make an updated free-to-play guide? There's not much I would change from it, though. I don't think. I haven't gone back and watched it. It's one of my most viewed videos on my channel. It's like half an hour long. I haven't seen it. I don't actually remember all of it, but from what I know, a lot of it's the same. I'll go back and check, and if it's like really outdated, then I will make an updated one. I'll do that, but from what I remember, I think it's okay. Alright, so it is 3 o'clock, so that is going to be the end of the stream. I would like to say thank you all for being here. Again, join the Discord if you haven't already. We have 918 users. Let's try to get that to 1,000. So yeah, I'm going to go and take a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to go and record some short content form videos that will be posted on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Primarily TikTok for me, but we'll see. So we will see you tomorrow for Football Manager. We are in January. We are playing with Tottenham Hotspur, so if you are a fan of soccer/football, make sure to join in. We're actually top of the league right now, so I do need to make some important signings. I was planning on taking it easy. I'm only going to do 1 season, so the fact that we're first, and in the Champions League, I think we're in the top 8, or at least we're close. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah. So like always, stay safe, tell somebody you love them, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!